to say toodaloo. All right, well, you've waited long enough. So there you go. All right, well, good evening. Good evening to everybody out there. As my mic goes in and out and in and out and in and out, keeps going down. Not sure why it's doing that. All right, we got our limiter on. I think that should be pretty good. Well, welcome to the Mean Machine. That's a beautiful thing. So as soon as I put the mic gain is fighting. The mic gain is fighting with me. Doesn't want to stay up. So I might be going in and out. Not quite sure why it's doing that, but in any event, if my mic keeps going in and out, and I don't know, that could be the end of the show right there. But the good news is it waited until I went live for this to happen, so must be something to do with the satellite hookup. But we shall go on. Good Lord, what a week it has been. I'm not kidding. It has been a crazy week. We have a lot to go over. Wanted to say first and foremost, thank you so much. We have gotten so many views this week, and I'm referring to not just YouTube. I'm talking about on our Instagram, on our TikTok, on Facebook, a little bit on Facebook, not too much, but unbelievable amount of views and hours viewed and thumbs up and likes and subscribers. I mean, we must have gotten more than 100 this week. It's like 90 something just this week, actually the last 6 days. So thank you so much. I mean, that means a lot. We are growing rapidly. And it's due to you people. You know, I'm just a host. It's your show, really. I'm just kind of here to drive the bus, so to speak. So I wanted to say a heartfelt thank you from the Meme Machine. That's me, to you people out there. Thank you so much. And as we gain popularity, and I had a guy, because of actual local advertising. I walk into a store. It was like Quick Check. That's what we have here in North Jersey. I go in there and I'm just getting a few items, some iced coffee, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I do. And the guy walks up to me. He goes, I recognize your voice. Are you on the radio? I said, well, I'm on satellite radio. You wouldn't remember me from 20-something years ago. He goes, oh, yeah? He goes, did you ever do stuff in Florida? I said, yeah. How did you know that? I did. I worked for WQAM in like the late 90s. He goes, I'm from Pompano Beach, Florida. He goes, and I used to listen to you when you used to do the scores for Miami Dolphins. He goes, and the Florida Panthers and stuff like that. He goes, I recognize your voice. This is a guy in Jersey that I've never seen before. It's not some kind of setup. I'm not making this up. This happened around 11 o'clock this morning. And he goes, well, what do you go by now? And I said, well, since 2004, we've had the name, the Meme Machine. And he goes, mean fucking machine, man. Rock on, bruh. So the nice thing is that we're here in Jersey, apparently, and other places, people like to drink early on Saturday. So that's pretty cool. But the fact that the guy even remember, I mean, I'm floored. I'm flabbergasted. This guy even knew who I was. He didn't know me by sight, but he recognized my voice. So I guess that's pretty cool. Out of nowhere. But I mean, it's probably due to like local advertising. But just so that you know, if you don't have satellite radio, and obviously if you're listening to me, you do. We have it set up, which I've said this several times, but we have new people, more than several new people that come in. So I don't mind repeating myself. You can find us on YouTube, obviously. So if you're listening, that's great. And you put in Meme Machine 973, it loops right through to your phone, whether it's Android or if it's a iPhone, it works on both. We pay a lot of money to have that work right through the browser. And you can watch us right on YouTube. When my FCC license renewal goes through, different story. Then we'll have an actual station. Right now, I kind of just bounce off satellites. I bounce off Mars. I bounce off Uranus, that kind of thing. So that being said, but we're also that I didn't even realize that this past weekend we have an email. So we've made it to the point where we are on YouTube Music too. Now, not everybody has that apparently. It's actually a very underrated service. I mean, I have Spotify. A lot of people have Pandora and this and that, and all these different types of things. But our podcast. So if you look under podcast, that's where you'll find us. You put in Meme Machine. You put in our zip, our area code, which is 973, and you will find us. So we are on YouTube Music. One small step for mankind, or whatever the hell that was. But anyway, Mean Machine going wild. So you can find us on there, or just regular YouTube, and you can find us. Subscribing is totally optional, and it is free. And of course, you guys have been throwing a lot of likes on the different videos that we have. And I made some shorts this week and reels from our long form content. And not that I have any clue what the hell I'm doing with that. I told you many times I need an editor. However, that's kind of what I did this week. I made some shorts and everything. And I'm going to address that because I got it's usually always positive. I got a couple, you're always going to get a couple of knuckleheads. That's just the way it is. So even though I put it, a little a disclaimer, if you will, under one of those shorts, because it was kind of taken out of context, and I'll get into that in a little while, just to clear that up. Not that I give a crap, but what certain people think, but for the general consensus, I want it to be clear, because sometimes when you do a 15 or 10, 15, 30-second reel taken from long form content from one of our shows, from one of the live broadcasts from Saturday, from I think it was like from about a month ago or 2 months ago. So instead of having to make brand new videos, we just take highlights, bits and pieces from the actual live broadcast that we have. So that's one thing. But I got to tell you, a tremendous amount of support this week of just the people that I ran into. I ran into people, all different age groups, male, female, you name it. Very supportive. And I told people, hey, you could check us out. And they did it immediately. Oh, I subscribed. I did this and that. And they were throwing likes. That actually helped me. Subscribers are great. But it is the watch hours, the time, like the spend time watching our videos or our shorts, the reels, the long form content. I don't expect anyone to watch a 3-hour broadcast except for me. But I mean, you can if you want. You could just put up one of our playlists, hit play, and then go wash the dishes or something. That helps us. All that time helps us. Throw in the likes on there. Like, you hit the little thumbs up on the different videos. It helps us tremendously. It kind of jostles around and it stimulates the algorithm, if you will. Because we don't really have a niche. Like, well, is it a sports talk show? Is it movies? Is it music? Is it probably? Well, the answer is yes. Our niche is that we don't have a niche. We're all over the goddamn place. So I think I confuse the YouTube algorithm. But you know what? So, as it is, I don't like to have a label or have a specific genre or anything, because things change from day to day. And just because we have something planned and I put that up on our Twitter, we're going to do this type of trivia tonight, or we're going to go over this, or we're going to go after this company. They're full of shit. But sometimes we pivot and it changes. We have a more serious show on Wednesdays. We did not have one this past Wednesday, in case people were wondering how come you weren't on there Wednesday. I'm involved with a couple other businesses. They needed my attention this week, and I just didn't have, I couldn't do it. I did post some videos and some fun stuff and updates and that kind of thing. And of course, I would always make time to have our regular live broadcast, because we are on satellite radio right now. That being said, sometimes things come up. So I'm sorry if you were looking for us on Wednesday night and we were not here. We, meaning I. Prior engagements made it impossible. So anyway, hey, Oak, how you doing, man? I'm looking at the chats coming in. Now, we have chat enabled on YouTube, Twitch TV, and Kick right now. So I'm watching all of those. So forgive me if I don't get to you immediately. We have a lot of response from the different videos that we have, not just Steelers stuff. I mean, but just everything. It's been really, really great this week. I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. We're going to go up. Now, remember, it's going to be a little bit delayed because of the satellite radio hookup. We're on, I think it's a 7-second delay. FCC rules, got to do that. There was a guy that was on YouTube. I forgot his name. I'm sorry that I forgot your name. There's so many that I talk to. Not that I have to. I'm just saying that I address. And I try to, everyone that leaves a comment or something, I try to at least give a thumbs up or a heart or some type of response directly from me. Not somebody that works for me. From the man himself. From me. And he said that he was looking at Rocky Blei's touchdown from Super Bowl 13, which was right before halftime. Cowboys and Steelers. He said he was reminded of it was on an old sports from 1979. It was on a Sports Illustrated cover with Rocky Bleier with the hands, up, where he jumped up and caught a touchdown pass right before halftime in that game. And he had mentioned that. And I said, well, take a look over my shoulder. See over there? I told him, I'm a man of my word. I said, if you tune in tonight, I don't know if he's watching. If he's not watching, it's possible he is. Who knows? That you'll see it up on the wall. So it's the top right if you're looking at it. That's the picture we're talking about. So I told you I had my. If it's Steelers stuff, I have it, baby. It's not just Steelers stuff, though. I mean, we talk about everything. Now, I have a lot of Q&A. Now, I try to not make the show about me personally and that kind of thing. However, I get, it's like kind of getting to know your audience type of thing. And I get a lot of emails, a lot of questions. If you want to drop us a line, it's mememachine973 at outlook.com. I wouldn't say crazy emails, but got a lot of emails from females. I think that might be the segment for tonight. It's a Q&A. But I got some good ones. Not that I don't mind talking, different guys, about sports and this and that. But, when you get emails from females, baby, you need to address these things. I gotta, I love the ladies, I have to do that. Chicks dig me. I told you this. I have printed out emails. Yep, I'm old school. I print out emails. And I'm going to remove the sunglasses when I get back from our first break. We have a sponsorship to make mention of in a few. But when I get back from that, I'm going to read some of these emails. And they have a lot of questions for me. It's not just like, what's your favorite movie type of thing. I mean, some actual good stuff and some serious ones, too, from when we went after. We didn't go after anybody, but when we look, how could I say this in a nice way? I mean, I'm not the nice machine, but I am for the people. I'm a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. No matter what you might think or at first glance, that's not the case. My thing is that I want to help people as much as I can. If my voice, if my platform that I have and the different, social media or whatever the case may be, if I can help just a handful of people or open their eyes to certain things that might or might not be mainstream, that maybe they didn't know, and that helps them, I feel like I did a good thing. And what's wrong with that? I told you already. That's why we give 50% of whatever we bring in on this show to charity, because you have to do stuff that's good for the soul. You have to. I believe that anyway. We will have to take a quick pause for the cause, a break. But before I do that, I wanted to mention, and I'm going to go over some of the reels that I made. I've got a lot. I mean, there was one that got within, I think it was less than 90 minutes. We had like over 2,000 views, which that might not sound big to like some of those bigger state. Keep in mind though, we have like, way over 1,000 subscribers now. And we have a lot of watch time, like, something like 15,000 watch hours this week, something like that. I'm sorry, that was probably in minutes. I think it was like 250. So whatever it is, I have to look at the metrics. It takes a couple of days. There's always 2 days behind when you look at the final like tallies and the analytics and everything. But we did that in less than 90 days. We did that in like 9 weeks, 10 weeks. So at the pace that we're on, we're going to be rolling, baby. We're going to be rocking like a hurricane. And that is due in large part to you guys. I try to prepare as best I can. I try to have comedy. I try to have serious stuff. This and that and the trivia and the money that we give out and all the different things that we do. But it's not as easy as you might think, like AC/DC said, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, baby. And we do, and we will. But before we go to break, I did want to mention that I got, like I said, emails from females is part of that segment. But I did a short, a reel, and it was taken from, you'll see, if you look in our reels and we're under YouTube where it says shorts, and there's one where I'm wearing, just so that you could easily find it, I'm wearing a royal blue sweatshirt. And that one is the one that I'm talking about that got a lot. That was, why I don't do self-checkout. And it got a lot of I don't know if that upset some people or whatever, but a lot of people loved it. There's also another one where I did like a coffee thing for Dunkin' Donuts. Something to along the lines of, drink coffee, you'll get all the sleep you need when you're dead. So, I thought it was funny. We do have a guest tonight, and my cousin Vinny's in the house tonight. He is. We have the engineer here. We have my cousin Vinny. Little Timmy might be around. You never know. And I'm guessing you know why I do the things that I do, or I would assume that you know why. And that's pretty much because I think it's fun. I try to keep it all inclusive of everything that I do. I don't I don't know a different way to be able to say it, that you try to keep it inclusive. You try to hit on all the different things. But like I said, the show takes us where the show takes us. I know it's supposed to have form. My whole life we had to have, formatted this, and we, and this was very, very temperamental, and this, I don't want to do that. No strings, no labels, just doing your thing. And it makes me feel good to do that. It's that's what we do here. You know what I mean? It could be from one day to another. It could change, and we have a whole show set up, and then all of a sudden it takes us on a wild ride. And the reason that is
because he's a psychopath.
No, it's not because of that. That's not true. I take meds for that, but it's because I feel that it includes everybody. I want to have a broad audience. I want to be able to appeal as best I can to not just one genre. Why would you tie yourself down to one thing? Maybe that's how you grow. But if that's the case, I'll just go laterally. I want to include all different type of people. So it's not just Steelers stuff. It's not just Yankee stuff. It's not just trivia. It's not just comedy. It's not just, whatever. It's a little bit of everything, because that's the way life shuffles the cards, man. You get dealt what you get dealt with, and you play the hand that you have. You play the hand that you were dealt, So that's kind of just to give a quick understanding of what we're talking about here. But I met a lot of nice people, I must say, real quick, this week. Different age groups. I even put a little thing on there. It said, my pleasant surprise when I was talking to some millennials. It's hard to admit when you're wrong, but I'm man enough to admit that. So you can't. I did a short on it. There's a little clip. You'll see that also on YouTube if you go over to our clips and everything. A lot of these people, it's hard to say a whole age group of people, they're like, they suck and they're assholes and they have no class and they have no, no respect and everything. That's not 100% correct, because the ones that I talk to, we have people not that they have to call me sir, but I'm just saying they were taught the right way. They should be very proud of themselves, the way they carry themselves. So it's good parenting. I truly believe that's what it is. As a parent myself, I know how difficult that is, and they should be damn proud of themselves, because they're going to be okay. There is hope for that generation, as far as I'm concerned, for people from our generation. And you know what? When they'll really appreciate that, when they're our age, when they're my age, when they're older, they will appreciate that even more, because then the next generation comes in, and so on. The wheel goes round and round, baby. You know what I mean? It's not square, it's round. And what goes around comes around. Boy, is that true. But I did meet a lot, polite, nice, and just, in general, and I can't say that all millennials, I never actually came out and said that, but a lot, the whole, the moniker of like, they this and that and blah, 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 and they don't care. That's not everybody. So I stand corrected, that I've met some people, guys and girls, both male and female, that were taught the right way and carry themselves, and they have dignity and self-worth and respect. And it was refreshing to see. So you can't take a whole group of people and say, they all saw you. Not true. And if I ever alluded to that, I apologize, because I saw it with my own two eyes. I did. I saw it with my own two eyes, and it was nice. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, we are going to take a break. No more than 5 minutes. I have to do a couple of on-air ads and then a couple of off-air ads, which are coming up. That's the slots that people pay for. I did mention, I don't know if it was on a Twitter feed. I think it was on TikTok today. I don't know if that went live or not. That might have been live at the time, but it did not pre-record or anything like that. And the whole gist of it, most of it was like a 20-minute thing, not even 15 minutes. That we already know about the internships, because I need a couple of video editors that know how to take long form content and make it into short form content, especially for YouTube, and how to do the emotes and the panels and the this and the that and the friggin' noises and all that shit on Twitch and Kick and all that. I have the aptitude. I don't have the time, and I certainly don't have the patience. So we're going to have a couple people that want to work on a live show, that kind of thing. It starts out as an internship by the end of the summer, if they want to stay on, and we want them to, and it becomes a paying gig. I know there's got to be people out there that know how to do this stuff. I need them to put the stuff on our different platforms and make long form content, highlights, bleep out the F words and all that kind of stuff. That'll keep you busy for a while. But in any event, also, Mean Machine 973 at outlook.com. Want to be a guest on our show? Video, just audio, or both, split screen, whatever it is. Drop me a line. Let me know. And I do read all these emails. Well, we have a couple people that do, but I definitely am the last person to to take a look and make a decision on that. If you want to be on, drop us a line. Why would you make a good guest? What would you want to talk about? What subject matter would you try to tackle? That kind of thing. And we'll get you on there. If you have a small business, let's say you have a website you're trying to promote, self-promotion, or you're a mom and pop and you just opened up a pizzeria somewhere. It doesn't matter. It could be anywhere. It could be in California. It could be here in New York, New Jersey area. It could be in Detroit. It doesn't matter where it is. I do video and audio spots, mostly audio, 20, 30-second spots. And I would do that. I would do that for certain people, and I wouldn't charge them. Only because everybody needs a little help. And if my voice and I could get out to thousands of people where they can't, and advertising on radio, I got to tell you right now, satellite radio, regular AM, FM band radio is more expensive than TV, if you can believe that. Like regular cable TV, it's actually more expensive. It's in the thousands for a short little one. I don't think there's anything under $800, and that's like 15 seconds. In any event, they want to be able to get them off the ground. A lot of mom and pops went fizzled and died out. They crashed and burned during COVID, and they never recovered and everything. And I feel bad for that. I'll pay a little bit more to patronize mom and pops, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a regular, a corner store, whatever it might be. Not that I have a problem with corporations, but I think you should take care of your own backyard first. That's just me. That's the way I am. I was brought up very old school Italian, and that is the way we roll. And I think a lot of people would think that way, and I'm willing to help them. If I could get some business thrown their way, for no more than just subscribing to our YouTube channel and watching some, getting the word out for us, one hand washes the other. You're getting free advertising. You're getting at the thousands of people that you wouldn't be able to do, whether it's on YouTube, on one of the other platforms, or on the radio, on band. So I'm willing to do that. If you want more details, or you want to talk about something like that, you can DM us, which is a direct message through Twitter. It's the same handle on everything. All of our social platforms, everything is at Mean Machine 973. And then Mean Machine 973 at Outlook.com. 973 is our area code, people. I keep getting asked what that is. Because, some people are like, what is it, 903? Does that even sound close to what I just said? 973. It's for North Jersey. It's an exchange. It is the area code. And we had to put that in front. I had to come up with something on the spot a while ago, and to differentiate us from other people that put like Mean Machine this and Mean Machine, and try to clone you. But I'm on to all those people. So Slim Shady, how you doing, man? So we do have people coming in on different platforms, but like I said, you have a small business, you're trying to self-promote, you're trying to promote your website, or you're a graphic designer, or you own a pizzeria, or whatever the case may be. Drop us a line, meanmachine973 at Outlook.com. If I can help you out, make some announcements, do a few spots for you, I would do that free of charge. All I ask is that you watch some of our stuff, in return, get some of the word out for us, because we have grown in leaps and bounds. Over 100 subscribers in 6 days, and thousands. I guess I'm like 15. I think it's 21 now. I have to look at the metrics. They're not in yet for Saturday. I have to wait till Monday, but just Sunday through Friday, I should say, it was something like 27,500 minutes. What? I mean, that might not sound like a lot to a lot of the bigger channels, but for us, that we haven't even been doing this more than 10 weeks. I've been out of the booth since 2012. It's quite an accomplishment. I can't do that without you guys. So a heartfelt thanks to all of you. I'm going to do emails from females. That's coming up when I get back. And I got to say, there is so many different people that I met this week, and it was all positive. I swear. I mean, there was a couple of wackadoos in there, but there always is going to be. I'm going to read some of those emails. I'm going to go over a couple other things. By the way, who invented pretzel bread? Anybody know who invented pretzel bread? This is not trivia. I just don't friggin' know. Whoever you are, if you invented pretzel bread, I hate you, but I love you. All right. We'll be back in a few. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, emails from females is coming up next. You are listening and watching to the Mean Machine, baby. It's Saturday night. We're rocking you like a hurricane. It's going to be fun. We have some trivia coming up. Somebody asked for horror movie trivia. We could do that too. Whatever. I have the wheel. The wheel is over there. We're going to spin that shit. 5, 10, 15, and there's a $20 question on that wheel. We'll spin it. If you get it right, or you could stop me, either one, You get paid right there. Cash App or Venmo is what we have set up. Fuck PayPal. I don't like dealing with them anymore. So those are the two options. Or you could pay it forward and do a subscription and, get a free sub on there for a month. Or we could put it into our little nest egg that we're going to give to charity. So it's your choice. You have plenty of things across the board. That'll be your opportunity. So it's up to you. Or you can take the money. Don't feel weird if you do. I mean, that's what it's there for. So anyway, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have fun. It's Saturday night, baby. You're listening to the Meme Machine back in Cinco. You don't want to miss the emails from females. Trust me. All right, we're back. Well, you've been here. I'm back. All right, so let's move this around. All right, so I don't even think that was a full 5 minutes, and I got the lights on. The lights are on a little bit brighter, so that's good. So I can actually read these emails. That's why I didn't put my sunglasses back on. Yeah, I mean, I have them right here in the book. I print out emails because I'm old school. So not only that, need my spectacles. Not my testicles, my spectacles. You try getting them on with headphones, a hat, all sorts of shit. Okay. All right, so here we go. Now, I mean, I did get emails from various, different people's, male and female. A lot of it was like, what are you going to be covering? Like trivia wise, sports. I don't have Twitter, so they don't know, meaning they don't have Twitter. And so they're unable to check out what we're doing from day to day, because I don't really put that stuff on Facebook or Instagram. I kind of move away from that a little bit. That's for like mostly posting pictures. I could go live on Facebook if I want to, but if I even mention the word like ACDC, all of a sudden they mute me out and everything. It's not even worth it. I don't know. I mean, maybe Facebook's about dying a little bit. They boast the biggest crowd, the biggest amount of people on there, but I don't really care. I've been on there since like 2008, and I didn't even want to be on there. I was forced to join, if you could believe that, back in the day, because my high school reunion back in the day, it was an Evite. Back then, nobody even knew what the hell that was, really. So I had to join Facebook just to accept the Evite to get all the information and tell them I was going. And I've been on there ever since. All right, so like I said, it's a little bit of a Q&A. I don't want to keep this all about me, but there's a lot of people and a lot of new subscribers, a lot of people from this week, just this week alone. But I mean, this month, from what's today, the 10th of June. Since, let's say, we'll go back to May 10th. All right. So it's been less than 90 days that we've been back live, or that I've been back in the booth. I'm in my home studio on Saturdays. When I do my recordings, shorts and reels and stuff like that, I'm actually in the city. We call it the city here in Jersey, but I'm in New York when I do that. But that I don't have the contract for, so you're not going to see me on video, but you will hear me. But that's where I kind of make the videos from. I have good equipment. They have great equipment. You can't see the screens that I have here, but I have a bunch of other ones. There's like 3 more 36-inch screens here and stuff like that. But I keep those in front of me. You could just see the 27 inches behind. And there's all sorts of crap. I don't know. It's like wire central, this place. I swear to God. It's like trying to get up from this desk. Not only is it hot as hell, but it's like a garden hose is wrapped around you. All right. So here's one of them. This is from Jenna in Indiana. If that's her real name, who the hell knows? But that's what she took the time. She said, "Hello, I'm a college student, and I'd like to know." I can't even read because I tried to rewrite part of it because it kind of was like the screen was kind of like fluttered. She wanted to know. Okay, so it says that my sister said to see if you to ask you if you would come to my school. I'm hoping it's not high school that you're talking about, college, because my younger brother is a freshman and he gets bullied a lot. You seem like the perfect person to be able to address this. Would you be able to help my brother? Can you come to our school? Well, Jenna, I'm flattered that you would ask me that. Not sure I'm qualified to do that. And these are the thoughts that kept me out of the really good schools. But I'm in Jersey and you're in Indiana there. And now, would I help you? I could always give you words of advice or anything. I mean, I can't. I'm not. This is not. I know that I address that, and I don't like online bullies and even regular ones and stuff like that. I try to protect as many people as I can for that. And it's not because this is not the equalizer. Okay, this is because I know what it's like, believe it or not, long time ago, of what it was like to be, made to feel inferior or being bullied or that kind of thing. And I'm referring more or less nowadays about online where people will ridicule you. Wow, I can't even get that one out. Or make you feel bad or ban you from here. Now, where do you go? What do you do? What do you say? And I know what that's like. And I like to protect people. The Meme Machine does not go after people unprovocate or anything. What I do is I try to let you know that this isn't always the answer. You have to defeat things and people with your mind. Whoever coined the phrase mind over matter was definitely correct. So my sister said, well, they've changed all my stuff on here. So you have to be at least 18 to be able to even view the videos after they're recorded. Live stream, I believe, is the same way, privacy and community guidelines and all this other stuff. Like I said, I'm glad. I wish I could come to Indiana and talk to them. I just come in and scare the shit out of a few people or something like that. But anyway, I'm getting other messages right through YouTube right as we're live. I guess they don't know that we're live, even though it's a big friggin' thing that comes up and says that we're live. But anyway, my best and only advice is, I mean, it depends. I don't know the background on it or something. I could just give you generic advice, and I won't do that live because I don't want to embarrass anyone. And it says here, but she took the time to say, well, I'd like to help your little brother out. I would. So I will tell you off air, and I will send it because there's an email address in here, and I'll send an email on what I would do. Give me a little background and how I would handle it. Because I mean, I can't come there with Uncle Vito and everything and start, wiping people out in Indiana. It doesn't quite work that way. But if I can give him an alternative, a different way to approach things, and maybe if that will help. I don't know if they reached out to their parents and stuff like that. I mean, I can't come to somebody's school because I'm going to be like everybody's dad if I show up. You know what I mean? I'd be like, all right, all women on this side and all men on that side. All the guys over here, pull up your goddamn pants. I'm sick of this shit too. All right. What the hell do you do? When you get dressed in the dark? Pull up your pants. Girls, put something on, God damn it, and wipe off all that mascara. You look like a hooker. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't say something like that. I can't. And I'm glad I have sons and not daughters because they would be in there. They wouldn't be able to, they'd be grounded until they were like 30. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. I'm probably not the best choice to have to come to someone's school to speak or otherwise. But I appreciate the thought. And like I said, I'll shoot an email back to you, Jenna, and let you know. You have your brother's name here too, but I'm not going to say it live. But I will. I'll do the best I can to address whatever concern you might have, and maybe I can help you or him. I can only promise you that I'll try my best. I have some ideas on how I can help him out a little bit. Anyway, all right. So that was from Jenna in Indiana, and that qualifies. That qualifies as emails from females, so that's good. The next one, I kind of blushed a little bit. Hi, Me Machine. This is from Angie. I like that name. It's probably short for Angela. I don't know. From Angie, and she is in Decatur, Illinois. Decatur, Illinois. Would you mention my name when you're live? I believe I just did. Angie. I really enjoy watching your show. I found you on a Google search. God knows what she was looking for. And it says here, I can't even believe I'm going to say, she wants me to read this live. So I'm going to, why not? If we were to date, what would you bring with you on our date? And where would we go? I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm very flattered. I mean, I am most likely old enough or almost old enough to be her dad. I'm guessing just by the way that she's writing this on there. I'm flattered. I know that chicks dig me, but I mean, this is like a borderline. I could get in trouble. And I'm normally okay with getting in trouble, but this is like, diving off into the deep end here. What would you bring with you on our date? Well, in this case, probably bail money for either myself or you, and perhaps a A pitching wedge. I'm not sure what I would bring. Where would we go? I'm an old school guy. I like dinner and movies and stuff like that. I don't go out dancing and all this other shit. I don't really. We're not going to go and ride a mechanical bull. Nothing. Quite, I'm not John Travolta, so not sure we would go, but it would be wherever something that we both wanted to do. I guess is the honest answer. What would I bring with me? My sense of humor, my fabulous wit, and at least a few $100. That's the best and most honest answer I could give you. But I appreciate it, Angie. I'm not going to be in Illinois anytime soon, as far as I'm aware of that. But if I do, if our plane does touch down there at some point, maybe I'll look you up. As long as you're over 21, my God. At this point, you need to be over 41. But in any event, thank you very much. Very flattering. All right, another email from a female. I kid you not, I have them right here. This is unbelievable. And there's like multiple questions in this one. This is Dear Mr. Mean. Oh, come on. That sounds bad, right? And I will divulge my real name, but you're going to have to wait till October. You're going to have to wait till my birthday, and I'll probably do that. I don't have a problem with that. Right now, it's more mysterious if I'm just a mean machine, because I have been since 2004. Oh, this is a good question. Let me skip back to that one in a second. But this one is from, actually, it's unsigned. I don't know her name, but it's in her email. I don't know if she meant for that to do, unless she has a weird email. But it looks like it says, is it Mary? Oh, Marianne. Marianne. Okay, Marianne. Even though you didn't sign it, it is your name and your birthday. It looks like in your email. So, I'm really clever. But anyway, it says here, who is your ideal woman? What is your ideal woman, or what, who would that be? My ideal woman? You hear that? You hear that's quiet, right? That would be the first thing. Silence. No, I'm kidding. All right. My ideal woman. Well, I'll say first off that unfortunately I'm not into blondes. Never was. I like dark hair. But me personally, I have two that would be ideal for me, and they both have names. One of them is Shania Twain, and the other one is Kate Beckinsale. Obviously, you know who Shania Twain is. She's a country. I don't like country music. She's like the only thing that makes me even think of that. And Kate Beckinsale, that was the girl from, you ever see Underworld? She was the girl vampire with the tight black leather. You get the idea. And she's an older woman now. I wouldn't say older, but she's not like 20 something. I mean, she's up there a little bit, but I've seen her. I think she was on Jimmy Fallon show. She was on a few things, and she's an English actress. And yeah, I dig her. Yeah. So Shania Twain, Kate Beckinsale, those would be two big ones for me. That would be my ideal woman. I guess someone that would share the same thoughts and feelings as I do about certain subjects. However, I don't want them to agree with everything, because that's boring. Someone that not just that finishes your sentence type of thing, but someone that you could walk alongside with. Not she's in the front or I'm in the front, and I don't mean like by actually physically walk. I mean like in a relationship type of thing, where you actually miss each other and you have fun, and you try to not take life so seriously, and live every day like it's your last, because one day, unfortunately, it will be. So I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for. If there even is a right answer on that, that's my personal answer, would be somebody that I look forward to seeing, and someone that you can share thoughts and feelings on certain subjects, and someone that is a good listener. And of course, if you can be a good, be good as like a masseuse, like back rubs while you're whispering "Summer Wind" by Frank Sinatra in my ear, then you're like halfway home, man. Anyway, I'm just kidding, not really, but anyway, that's best way I can do that. So there you go, Marion. Now this one came in from a guy. It's not really part of the emails from females, but he said, "What is your favorite movie?" Well, that's difficult to say, because you got to tell me what genre. There's all different genres of different movies, For comedy, My absolute number one favorite, hands down, is Caddyshack. That's my favorite. Blues Brothers is up there too. Animal House, but definitely Caddyshack. Favorite drama? Mm, that's a difficult one. Probably The Godfather, I would think. Yeah. As far as I don't really watch TV, like regular TV that much. I have like YouTube TV or whatever to stream different things. I like watching movies. I'm not really into. I used to like the show House a lot. If you remember that, the sarcastic, brilliant doctor Hugh Laurie played Dr. Gregory House. It ended in like 2012 or 13 or something. It was on for like 7, 8 seasons. Good show. You could catch that. I think it's on Amazon Prime or on some of the other channels, or I'm not sure. I used to like that. Currently, I don't watch any of this. I think it's crappy, all this stuff that's out now. The only thing I like that it still has like new episodes is probably Law and Order, SVU. I like Mariska Hargitay. She plays Captain Olivia Benson. Been watching her for like 20 something years. She's gorgeous, by the way, I think. But she's a great actor, and I like SVU a lot. Matter of fact, you can't see it, but I have it up on the TV over there. Not that I'm not paying attention in that room, but I do have it on. So yeah, I like Law and Order. I like the older Law and Orders, the ones from the early '90s with Jerry Orbach. He was one of the cops in it. The guy that's sarcastic. He has a line to say. Those were good. I don't think that they have good shows like that anymore. That's just my opinion. But that would cover what my favorite shows are. So there you go. What is your? It's a 2-part. And what's your favorite female singer or singing voice? For female singer, I have to think about it. That's a good question. I always thought that Lauryn Hill has a great voice. You know who Lauryn Hill is? And she collaborated on a few things, especially with like the Fugees back in the day. But she had her own, albums or CDs, whatever the hell you want to call it. Lauryn Hill was very good. Karen Carpenter from the Carpenters, early 70s. You know who that is. We've only just begun. Don't ask me to sing. I can only sing in the shower. That her voice always was very calm and soothing to me. She had great range and everything. Karen Carpenter, miss her a lot. Great voice. And actually, Kim Carnes, you remember her? She sang the song from the early 80s, Betty Davis Eyes. Remember Kim Carnes and More Love? She hasn't really had anything since probably the 80s, but I don't know if she produces or if she's just retired from it. She had that kind of like a raspy voice, like if you took Rod Stewart and made him a hot chick, you know what I mean? That was Kim Carnes. It's the same kind of raspy voice, but I always really liked her voice a lot. Even Carly Simon, very good voice. So I guess that would be the best way to answer that. But my favorite, probably Karen Carpenter. I always liked her voice a lot. Very soothing, very nice, very, very, falsetto kind of range. Who do you have a crush on anyone? I'm a little old for that stuff, but it says here, if you're talking about like a childhood crush, I did. 2. One was Farrah Fawcett back in the 70s when I was really little, late 70s. Farrah Fawcett, Charlie's Angels and Cannonball Run and all that stuff. I loved Farrah Fawcett. And the other one was Olivia Newton-John. Yeah. And she just recently passed away. It hasn't even been a year. She passed away last August. She had cancer. She had been fighting that off since 1992. So she fought that shit off for like 20-something years. I don't know if it was breast cancer. I don't remember what it originally started as one thing, then metastasized, whatever it was, but she passed away. But I always liked Olivia Newton-John when she was in Grease. And oh my God, I had such a crush on her when I was a little kid. I was always pissed off that John Travolta was with her, not me, Favorite movie star? I don't know if it would be considered my favorite actor. I guess that's the same thing, essentially. Like favorite movie star, favorite actor. Well, I'm an Italian from Jersey, so growing up, my hero, my favorite guy was Sylvester Stallone. Rocky. You know, I always like Stallone, and he's still doing stuff. As a matter of fact, we have a little tribute to him coming up a little bit. It's kind of a spoof, like a parody or whatever, and I do it once a month. But I've always liked Stallone. Now, I don't get starstruck. I've met a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, mostly music stuff. I've met football players. I've met baseball players. I've met some actors, you know, over the course of the years. Some I have pictures of, some I don't. Some I just shook their hand. Some I just said hi to, you know, because I wanted to meet them. I do not get starstruck. However, if it was like Al Pacino or Sylvester Stallone or Robert De Niro or Michael Douglas or someone like that, you know, then I'd be like, whoa, you know, even at my age, you know, little kids would be there trying to get like autographs. I'd be like, get the out of the way. You know, hey, how you doing? So, yeah, so that would cover that, I guess. What do you drive? What do you drive? This came from Carol from New Jersey. There you go. Right from here, from the home state. What do you drive and what's your favorite car? Well, I can't divulge everything. I do have a black SUV. But my favorite vehicle that I would want at this point, no. And she put what? Mercedes, BMW? No. Actually, the SUV version of a Maserati. I've always liked Maseratis. I first saw a Maserati when I saw The Longest Yard, the one that Burt Reynolds was driving in the original Longest Yard, the one from 1974. It was brown, I think, but oh, man, Maseratis are awesome. So, yeah, if I had my choice, it would not be a Porsche. It would be a Maserati, definitely. By the way, don't ever buy a black car. I'll never buy another black car ever again. It is impossible to keep this fucking thing clean. I'm not joking. It shows up handprints. It shows up dust. It shows up dirt. You could wash this thing. I wash my car like 3 times a week. You know, go to car wash or whatever it is and get it detailed now and then. It's just impossible. Don't buy a black car if you can avoid it, especially up north with the salt and the snow and all the bullshit. You know, I wanted a dark blue one, you know, like Yankees blue. Didn't happen, but I got it as new as it got it. It's a little bit older. It's a few years older. It's like about 4 years old, but it's I got it right off the car carrier. It doesn't get any newer than that. It never even hit the showroom floor. It never even hit the yard and the dealership. Right off of there, right, and I took it away. So yeah, it's a black SUV. I like leg room. I like being up higher, you know, because I'm tall. So I prefer. I don't think I'll ever go back to a car. SUVs, I know they're very popular now, but I liked them even back then. But anyway, if that answers your question, I don't know. Hope it does. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. My favorite, and the last question here was, okay, Jennifer from Nebraska. They have the internet in Nebraska. Anyway, she says, I think you're really cute. Okay. And I watch you all the time on YouTube. I found you by accident, but I'm glad I did. And I subscribed a while ago, back in April. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. I do. And thank you. I believe that I am pretty cute myself, but I'm just kidding. But it's yeah, see, I start to blush a little bit. And she was asking me what my favorite, you know, because she knows I was a DJ and everything, what was my favorite type of music, or what are my favorite bands? Well, I'm a classic rock kind of guy. I do like all types of music. It's not just one genre. And I made a short about this the other day, a reel. It depends. Like if I'm lifting weights or whatever, and maybe I want to listen to Metallica, maybe AC. I've always been a big AC/DC fan. I like Kiss, Van Halen, David Lee Roth, not Van Hagar. Van Halen was my favorite, you know, pretty much growing up. But I did like freestyle back in the day when I was a DJ. I did like several different, you know, groups back then, even like Deep Purple. What in the world is that? There's fireworks or something going on outside. Yeah, my birthday's not until October. You don't have to do it, but thank you. Yeah, good evening to you too, man. And that'll end the subject, I guess, or but that's pretty much. I mean, but if I have a favorite or something, I mean, I like 70s, 80s, 90s. I like all different. I can't do rap and I cannot do country. I really did. Can't do either one, man. Can't do it. But I can listen to top 40. I can listen to dance. I even like 70s disco stuff. I'd like I said, 70s, 80s, 90s. Whether it's more of a dance persuasion or more of a rock persuasion, whatever the case may be, I listen to that. It depends on the mood. It really does. I like Frank Sinatra. I like Frankie Valli. I mean, I like those type of guys too. I like some of the newer stuff. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's had an original idea for a movie or a song lately. I'm sorry, they call it a reboot or they call it a oh, we're sampling this. Just come up with an original idea, do something different, and stop messing around with classics. Whether it's a song or it's a movie, there's a reason why it's called a classic. Stop trying to reboot it or make it better. Well, it's a tribute. You want to really pay a tribute to it? Leave it alone. My God, come up with something original. Something that we haven't seen or heard, Well, I mean, is there a problem with that? Anyway, I wanted to, once again, because there was other people, I've noticed a lot more people coming in the room. Now, you guys can't see all that, but on radio, on satellite hookup, we have over 1,300 people in here right now. So welcome. It does. It says 1273, 1278. Okay, so it just jumped up. So I just wanted to welcome, and I'm glad that the one person was like, I like the emails from females. You should keep that segment. So I guess we will, it's up to you guys. You know what I mean? What do I know? I appreciate that. We do have to take another break though. But we have some more fun now. We are going to do some trivia. I promised that we would. I'll spin the wheel. The wheel's right here. We have $5, $10, and $15 questions on there. Movies, music, sports, whatever you want to do. And whatever it lands on. You could try to stump me, but my suggestion would be just try to do it yourself. You get a certain time limit. And if you win, you get paid right there. Venmo or Cash App. You don't have to wait. We put someone right on the phone with you. Boom. Done. So we'll do that in a little while as well. If you caught our show last Saturday or even the Wednesday before, where we had this one company that tried to screw me over and then tried to get out of it or whatever, and I promised them, first of all, don't screw around with a guy that's called the meme machine. You got to be insane. However, there's a reason why I have that nickname. But I told him, I said, I'm going to roast you. I'm going to tear you up. I'm going to have people not go there. I'm going to read the email a little bit later on because I promised I would roast them the entire month. They tried to get out of it or whatever. Too late. So I'm going to tell you who they are. I'm going to share my screen with you. Then you'll know. Because I'm tired of the bullshit. I really am with a lot of these people. I mean, we went over like the different people that are, and they try to screw people all the time. You don't even realize. Some of you do, some of you don't. But, they're used to sheep and I'm a shepherd and I don't put up with it. And I'm going to give you, I get a lot of inside information. A lot of people that don't want to be mentioned, but because they're afraid or whatever. But I have no fear. And I'll tell you exactly. I call it like I see it. I don't pull any punches. And if I feel that, what I'm saying to you, and it's either from personal experience or for firsthand knowledge. I will tell you. There's a reason why I don't go after people unprovocated. You know what I mean? But I don't like when people are getting screwed. When people are trying to sell their information and saying that they're not and everything. So we'll share the screen with them a little bit later on. They said that there's no such thing as bad publicity. But when I put my twist on it, the meme machine twist, I'm telling you right now, yeah, we will rage against the machine with these people. To answer your question, no, I'm not doing any gaming anymore. I was doing that on Twitch and Kick, and I was doing it on Mondays and Thursdays, and I got pissed off. I break controllers and stuff. So this time I broke the entire fucking Xbox, and, I can't play anymore because I'm not getting another. I might not ever get one. I might just get a PC version if I even decide. And even though Mean Joe Green, my favorite player of all time, obviously, that's why I'm the meme machine. That's one of the reasons why. He has a gold 99 that came out this week or whatever. I'm not even moved this much. I've been a lot calmer, a lot happier, and I haven't played in more than a week. What the hell with it? Because the new Madden that's coming out, by the way, it's going to suck. I know that they're promoting it as like this great thing, and it's going to be wonderful, and it's this and that, and no, it's going to suck. We already know that it's going to. So whether you're still playing 23, or if you're playing, The new one, I saw the beta version and everything. It's really not that great. They should be way more advanced by this time in 2023, and they're just not. So that's why I put Leonardo up there in the corner there, because I don't give a fuck about that stuff anymore. So no more gaming for me. And not that I was a gamer, but anyway. So I have to take that break. I'm going to share with you up on the screen. I'll put it up in the right hand corner here. It's something I've had this since the early 2000s, right around 9/11. This is for the idiots that park sometimes, and they just do the dumbest shit. And you can't get into your car. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's just so ridiculous sometimes. I don't even know if you can read that. It says, "Thanks for parking so close. Next time, leave me a fucking can opener so I could get my car out. Assholes like you should take the bus." So it's kind of small up there, but anyway. We're going to take that break. And like I said, so I hope you enjoyed that segment that we just did. Dominic, how are you, man? Which is called Emails from Females, and very flattering. So I think I have like several dates if I want to go on a few of them. And different people that want me to help them give advice on how to deal with bullies and people that are trying to be tough guys. I will get back to that girl. That was Jenna from Indiana, and I'll get back to you to help your little brother out. I know exactly, if I get a little background, exactly how you deal and dispose with people like that safely, legally, and mind over matter, because you have to defeat things and people with your brain. You do. You just have to, man. Anyway, going to take that pause for the cause. Like I said, we'll be back. We'll do a little bit of trivia. And like I said, there's not, I mean, my attitude, well, I'll rhyme it for you. My attitude is gratitude. The amount of subscribers that we got in the last 10 days and views and people throwing likes, I mean, that helps us. I mean, subscribers is great, and that's one thing. But I'm talking about just YouTube right now. When you go and watch our older videos and people are throwing likes on there and the watch time, that's what we need. It has been growing in leaps and bounds, and I personally, I thank you so much for that. I've met so many nice people from all different age groups this week, and it was really flattering. And oh, really? Oh, you're the meme machine. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll subscribe right now. I didn't even ask them to. I mean, it was just really nice to have an outlet like that where I can talk to people and they could talk to me. And they might have a beef about something or something's on their mind, and we have a more serious show on Wednesdays, which you guys know. But Saturdays we try to keep it light and not too bad. But we have, I mean, the views are coming in. It's unbelievable. We've grown this much in 10 weeks and maybe 8 shows. Can you imagine what we're going to be looking at before the end of the year or even next year at this time? It's good stuff, but I am nothing without you guys. So thank you. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Once money starts coming in on that, now we're monetized on other sites, but I'm talking about just specifically YouTube. If you don't know, I'll tell you right now, 50% of that's going to be going to charity. It's a 25% split, 25% to the American Cancer Society, 25% to the National Diabetes Association. Those are the two that I chose for personal reasons. All charities are worthwhile of your money and your time and your effort and your caring. Those are the two that I chose. I'm also going to throw in St. Jude's Children's Hospital when we have a chance. So as soon as we're out of the red, because I don't do it for the money, you have to do stuff that's good for the soul. We don't talk about politics or religion, but I got to tell you, my approach, I'm Catholic and I'm a Christian man. My approach to religion is very, very simple. You ready? Here it is. As far as your soul is concerned, some people believe that there is a heaven, and other people say, no, there isn't, and hell is right on earth. I believe hell is Patterson, New Jersey, but that's just me. Anyway, whether you're Catholic or whether you're Protestant or whether you're Jewish or whether you're agnostic or whether you're an atheist, it doesn't matter. We don't talk about that kind of stuff because they're controversial subjects. I'm just telling you my own personal thing. Okay. My own personal thing is that when it comes to that, when it comes to religion, why take the chance, man? You're willing to take that chance with your soul? Whether you believe in that or you don't believe it or whatever. So that's my approach. Because somebody had asked me a while, and I'm like, we don't really cover that kind of, politics or religion, that kind of thing. So that's it. So that's just my approach to it. Why take the chance? In other words, that's why we're going to be giving 50% of what we make to charity, because I believe that is the right thing to do, and you have to pay it forward, because you do not measure your success by the size of your wallet. You measure it on your character, your self-worth, what you could do for other people, and how you pay it forward. That is what I believe in. That is my opinion. Some people might disagree, and others might agree. That's my choice, and that's what I decide to do here. Um, so I mean that's it. And just to reiterate really quick, because I know that we have different people coming in on different platforms. Rob, what's happening, man? Where the hell you been? Jesus Christ, thought we were gonna have to bail you out. Anyway, so that's pretty much how that was. So we did do a little bit of gaming, with Madden and everything like that. You know how I like to break controllers. Instead, I broke the whole goddamn Xbox. Okay, it's behind me. It's over there. Because I don't really give a shit anymore. Madden 24 looks like absolute dog shit. I saw the beta version. It's not as good as everyone keeps. Oh, it's going to be so wonderful. I looked at it. I watched it. I have a friend that played it, whatever. It's going to suck. So I have nothing to do with that or 23. I have not missed it. I haven't played it more than a week, so I'm not doing gaming anymore. I'm not saying that people that do, that, there's people and I have friends that do that, and that's fine. You know what I mean? It's not like I hate that. I'm done with it. They should be way more advanced. And obviously, you have to play something, I guess, right? But if you think that that is a good game, you're in denial. Trust me, you are. Because the graphics and everything were good in 2012, and they haven't come much better than that. Oh, gee, they added refs. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's still awful. And the trade block and the amount of money that they want for the marketplace. But you're getting screwed and you don't even realize it. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, I do. I have a cheat code. It's you gotta ask for Jenny, and the code is 867-530-99. Got it? That's it. All right, we're gonna take a break, and like I said, we're not gonna really address that stuff anymore. But emails from females was a fun segment, and I like that. We're going to do trivia. If you want to play, you're going to have to type exclamation point trivia in either Twitch or YouTube. But like I said, we have gotten over 120 something subscribers this week. That's been awesome. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that much. We are now on YouTube Music. Our podcasts are on YouTube Music. So if you see us, obviously, if you're listening on satellite radio, you could go right through to YouTube Music and see current and for and past podcasts, and then obviously on YouTube. But that's our main concentration right now. That's where we're kind of pivoting to. And like I said, that's kind of where we're going with that. But I'm on a 7-second delay. I have to be. So anyway, when we get back, I'll have another email, a little bit more Q&A. But if you came in late, you missed my favorite movies, my favorite this, my favorite that, and blah, blah, blah. And I had a couple of chicks hitting on me and everything, which is usually pretty cool. But like I said, I like the girl that said, what would you bring with you on our date? First thing would be bail money, because you're probably young enough to be my daughter. But anyway, we'll be back. We have some other fun stuff I have to do. And then we will go after that one company, like I said later, which is our asshole of the month, we like to call it. And usually we have them every week because they're always an asshole. So, yeah, I'm not done with them yet by a long shot. They tried to send like a nice email and backpedal and get out of it because they were trying to script it. Not going to happen. I'm a man of my word. And I'm going to nail their asses to the wall. And we have almost 13,000 people listening right now on satellite radio, and they're all going to know. And it just keeps escalating from there. Last week we had 8,000, so it's going to keep giving more. Now, the people that are in the different chat rooms, I think Kick is up. I can't really see it from here. But we have Twitch, and we also have YouTube up right now. I didn't go on Facebook tonight. I went on TikTok earlier. I made a live video. Those are the platforms that we're using for right now, and that's our main concentration. So that's what we have going. I'm involved in other businesses, so I couldn't make a live stream on Wednesday because sometimes they need my help. I had to do some traveling this week, and I was unable to do it. But our live broadcast, where we're on live satellite radio right now as we speak, you're listening to the Mean Machine calling from the great state of New Jersey. I was in New York this week too. That's where I recorded some of those shorts and reels in New York City. But I'm in my home studio right now, and we'll have some fun. There's more stuff coming up, so I don't want you to go anywhere. But thank you for coming in, tuning in, listening, or like the people, like I said, that are on Twitch at Kick and YouTube. You can't see them in the chat. You like how many people are there because it's through the satellite hookup. So trust me, there's quite a few tonight. And I appreciate each and every one of them. So thank you guys. Like I said, without customers, you don't have a business, and without audience, you don't have a show. So, wanted to say thank you very much. Be back in a few. Give me about 5, and we'll do some fun stuff when I get back. We'll spin the wheel too. Listening to the Mean Machine Saturday night, baby, in June. Feeling good tonight. Feeling strong. Be back. Yeah, charge. All right. So we'll wait for the delay here. See, that's the thing about doing live. You can't, even though you're on a delay, that's mostly for, um, to edit out different things. Like I said, I'm still looking for the right editor. I've gotten some emails about, people that could do, YouTube stuff and can make the long form content into short form content and everything. And we got a couple of, you know, I don't know what you would call them, but I don't even know if they know what they're doing or whatever. But like I said, if you do want to be a guest on the show, whether it's audio, video with split screen or just audio by itself, Mean Machine 973 at outlook.com. Drop us a line. We will open that up in this summer, which is right around the corner. It's basically less than a month from now. 4th of July weekend, I think, a weekend prior to that. We're going to start taking some guests and let us know. Say, hey, look, I'd like to be on the show, and here's the reason why. I could provide this, or I want to talk about that, or, what would be the subject matter, or, what would you bring to the show? Like, if you were a guest on here, what would you do? And we'll give you some time. Wanted to throw a shout out to Ted at Catalyst Signworks, catalystsigns.com. They did a Quest Field. If you don't know where that is, that's the practice facility that's right next door to where the Giants and Jets play over at MetLife Stadium here in Jersey. So they did all the signs on that, and they do big wraps. I mean, these huge jobs, coast to coast, from California all the way here to New York. So Ted is the owner. He is one of our, I'm very grateful. I have the attitude of gratitude. I say that all the time. He is a great guy. He is the owner. Good ones ain't cheap, and cheap ones ain't good. So check him out, catalystsigns.com. They did the Audi racing cars, and they did all that. I mean, they do everything. No bullshit. Here's the price. We get the permits. We do this. We'll do the zoning. They do everything from top to bottom, from start to finish. They do a great job. So check them out. So much thanks to one of our sponsors, who happens to be Catalyst Sign Works. That's right. It's catalystsigns.com. Check them out online and ask for Ted. Tell him that the Mean Machine sent you. Anyway, let me change this up there. Let's put Jack up there. I like Jack. We'll have to take Mean Joe down for a moment. With the delay, you can't see it yet. There we go. There's Jack. Yeah, I know. They like that segment. Emails from females. Yeah, well, we get them. Told you, chicks dig me, man. Oh, you're so funny. I love your voice. But okay, cool. And the one girl who wanted me to come to her school and deal with these bullies that are bothering her little brother. I wish. They're out in Indiana. I mean, I'm here, so kind of far. But I will email her back and tell her how I would deal with it. And maybe that would be a plus as something that I could help her little brother out with, because we all know that feeling, right? Anyway. All right. So I have the wheel, and we can spin it. If you guys do want to do some trivia, we can. Now, I'm going to take calls, but it's through my headset. I know that's kind of messed up. It's kind of the way that it has to be. If you want, you could type in the chat if you want to win. But like I said, by the way, there is no sounds or emotes or anything there's some emotes and everything on Twitch and Kick. The reason why, as I keep going through this every week, that we need somebody to set up the sounds and the panels and the emotes, and I have the aptitude. I don't have the time, and I definitely don't have the patience. And I know it's to be interactive, but we've pivoted away a little bit from Twitch and Kick it over. But it'd be fun to have that on there. That way you could hear the sounds and do all that. I got rid of OBS. I got rid of Streamlabs because it was pissing me off. And I'm not doing it properly, and I don't have the time or patience for it. So we need, but even more than that, I want, and I need really bad, really bad. We need a video editor, someone that can take our long form content and make it, from the broadcasts that are like 2.5, 3 hours, and make them into reels and shorts, and make them into short form content. That way we can put them on our different social platforms. Following us on Twitter is always the best additive, I should say, which is it's the same. The handle is the same on everything, whether it's TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, Twitch, Kick, you name it. Twitter, like I said, it's at Mean Machine 973. 973 is our area code. It is there because I ask this like 50 times a day. It's there so that you could get through for a sec, because some people don't have satellite radio and they want to be able to watch us on YouTube Music, is where our If you go to YouTube Music, there's a tab there. You'll find our podcast, or you can watch us when we're live on regular YouTube, or watch some of our older videos. Well, whenever you put a thumbs up on them, or just a watch time in general on there, it really does help us. So I appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate it, and Twitch and everything too. We're not doing gaming on there anymore. That's why we're in the category that we're in now, which is chatting and this and that or whatever. But I looked at the metrics really quick. I was talking to my cousin Vinny there. He's does the metrics and the analytics for us. At the pace that we're on right now, as of right now, within the next 120 days, which is 4 months or less, we should be averaging just in viewership 51,000 viewers. I should say listeners through satellite hookup. Now, whether they convert over and some of them might pile into the rooms and be, because they want to watch me and not just listen, that could happen too. But that's pretty impressive, being the fact that we have as many as we have right now in less than 90 days. It's been like 10 weeks or whatever. We're rolling. And thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. The subscribers, especially on YouTube, that's kind of what we're pivoting to, because we have a lot more that we could do on there. And quite frankly, Twitch and Kick is more geared towards gaming. I don't have a problem with that. I have a lot of friends on there, and I subscribe to some of those guys, and it's not really our thing. I'm a trained broadcaster and a disc jockey and an announcer and a voiceover specialist, that kind of thing. And that's really not the right venue for us. But I don't want to just kill it. We're affiliates on there, but like I said, I give all that to charity anyway. I don't keep a dime of that. But in any event, we still would like to get the right people. So memachine973 at outlook.com, or you can DM us, direct message us on Twitter for several things. One, if you want to be a guest on the show in the future, and number two, if you know how to do video editing, and you, especially people that understand YouTube and all that, let me know. It'll become a paying gig down the road very soon. Anyway, so that's what we have going on there. Now, if you want to do the trivia, you can. I'm going to take, because I have calls coming, it's beeping in my ear. Obviously, you guys can't hear it. If you do want to play trivia, I will spin the wheel. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or Kick, you can do that. But you have to put exclamation point trivia, so I know that you're playing, number one. And number two, if somebody beats it to you, you can't hear them. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of satellite hookup at this point where you can hear, like, patch the call through. It costs a lot of money to do that. We're not set up for that at my home studio, but that's something that's coming in the future, especially when we go on the road and we're doing videos and chicks in bikinis and stuff like that on the beach. If you're a red-blooded male, you're going to want to watch that, because it's usually pretty funny. Like the girl that I said, what was the capital of Chicago? Obviously, Chicago is a city and not a state. What's the capital? These are college students, keep in mind. And she said, St. Louis. So you know that your money's being well spent out there, parents, for your kids' education. Yep. The capital of Chicago is St. Louis. Okay. Well, at least she looked good. That's half the battle, right? And I'm not picking on anyone in particular. I'm just saying, I'm just being funny. My girlfriend's a midget. You know what I mean? I asked her for money all the time. She always says she's a little short. I never get shit out of her. Borrow money from me? What are you, high? I'm higher than you. Anyway, so we're going to do that, and it'll be money time. $5, $10, $15 questions, and there's a $20 question on there too.
Because he's a psychopath.
And I just want to be able to get through to whoever we can, and whoever wants to partake in it. Now, like I said, I'm going to take a call and see what type of trivia they want to do. So we're going to do that. Let me take a look here and make sure that it's coming up on the...
It is your destiny.
All right. I don't see it yet. See, it's supposed to come through on here, but not seeing it. Of course. So I might just have to take the call. So I'm going to have to just kind of relay or reiterate what they're saying for the people that are watching, like actually through there. Okay. So let's see what we got here.
Ooh, piece of candy. I have you now.
All right. There we go. It's trivia time.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Hello, motherfucker.
All right. Here's the wheel. See the wheel? All right. So I'm going to put the wheel right here. Don't have a lot of room here, so I'm doing the best I can. Alexa, turn second light red. Give you a little ambiance, a little background. All right, so let me read to you what's on. There's 12 spots on the wheel. All right. And what we do here, as a matter of fact, let me see, I guess this is probably the best angle, I guess, to do this. Let me see if I could change this angle a little bit. I don't know if that's going to help you. Yeah, that might help a little bit. That one right there. We'll just mirror out the image. Where am I watching the old Steeler game? Well, I told you I have every Super Bowl, every World Series, every boxing match, every NBA final, and all that, because that was the business that we were in when we had Mean Machine Media. I have all copies of the master tapes. This particular one, I think, is on YouTube, though. That's Super Bowl 13, man. My favorite one. All right, so here's the spots in the wheel. There's 12 of them, like I said. So let me take these off so I can actually see the shit. All right, so we got $10 movie trivia, a free sub, which is on Kick or Twitch, pop culture one for $10, Stump Me, obviously self-explanatory, trivia choice. That means you get to pick sports, movies, music, pop culture, whatever you want. Sports trivia, $5, trivia choice, $5, music trivia, $10. There's an RUFKM on there, which stands for Are You Fucking Kidding Me? We'll come back to that later. Another free sub on there, another Stump Me, another trivia $5 choice, sports trivia for $5, movie trivia for $10, and another free sub, and a pop culture one on there. So that's what you have. That's your 12 choices there. So that's what we have. So let's spin the wheel, shall we? I can see better like that for better hallway vision. Remember the Breakfast Club? All right. No, it landed on Stump Me. Stump you. Stump me. Anyway, so if you think you can stump me and you have a question for me, sports, movies, you got to tell me what it is. But that sometimes takes too long. I got to take this call because this lady's going to, blow out her urethra if I don't answer this call. So give me 1 second. So like I said, I'm going to address her. I can hear her. You guys can't, unfortunately, but I will let you know for those that are watching. Now, the people that are listening on satellite hookup and through YouTube Music, you guys can hear her, obviously. So I'll spin it again. Round and round she goes. A free sub. All right. So what that means is, and that makes me hungry because it's not really a sub, but it's like a subscription, a free subscription to either Twitch or Kick if you get it right. Now, let me take the call. What's her name? It's a she. It's a he. Okay. What's his name? Did you say Marvin? Oh, Martin. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so let me take this call here. Martin, can you hear me? Hey, Martin, this is the Meme Machine. You are live. We are live right now. How are you, sir? Good. I'm well. Thank you for asking. Well, you've been watching, so you're watching and you're listening? Yeah, the people that are in the YouTube chats and on YouTube Music they're watching the podcast or Twitch or Kick that we have on there tonight, they can't hear you, so I'm kind of relaying it for those that are listening in on satellite radio. If you have XM or whatever, Jersey PSX, whatever it might be, they can hear you. Oh, okay. For a free subscription, sure. If you want, I could respin. Oh, are you really? All right. Well, you guys did. That's right. You guys didn't. He already is a subscriber on Twitch, so we're gonna respin the wheel here. Are you on Kick too? I don't even worry about it. Nobody goes in there anymore. Let me spin it again. You have something in mind that you? Okay. All right, landed on the blue. That's pop culture. You okay with that? Okay. You're okay. There's no amount on there for whatever reason, but we'll make it a $10 question. How's that? Does that work for you? Kind of in between there. It's not 20, it's not 5. So how about that? That works for you, Martin? Okay, good. Yeah, that's it. You got to turn your radio down a little bit. It's because of the delay. That's why you're echoing. So you're too loud. Turn your volume down a little bit if you can. Yeah, it's a little bit more. Okay, good. Okay, pop culture. So what, like internet based, or do you want to like movies or music? Okay. Sure, we could do that. And so you watch a lot of YouTube, do something like that. You said, okay, all right. I think I have something for you. We'll do a who is. How's that? All right. So I'm going to give you 7 seconds. That's all you get. 10 is too much. 5 is too little. But 7 is just like porridge. It's just right. All right. So you're going to have 7 seconds for $10. Here we go. Here's your question. You ready there, Martin? Yeah, the people that are, they can't hear you through there, but I can hear you. And the people that are coming in through YouTube Music and satellite radio can hear you. Just not the people that are on regular YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. They cannot hear you. They can only see me. Yeah. Okay. Here's your question. Jimmy Donaldson. Who is he? He's famous. And this is I guess you could call it an internet question. Pop culture. You got 7 seconds. Who is Jimmy Donaldson? What name does he go by? Go. No, it's a Cartier, not a Rolex. We don't have that kind of money yet. It's nice though. Thank you. All right. 3 seconds. Who is Jimmy Donaldson? At least guess, man, because time is up. I'll give you a chance right now. Take a guess. Who is Jimmy Donaldson? Actually, not a bad guess. But it's actually friggin' horrible, and you're not even close. But no. That is not Paul Simon's son. Where the hell did that come from? Paul Simon's son? Does he even have a son? Well, if he does, it ain't him. Oh, you said Donald Sutherland. I thought you said I thought you said Paul Simon. Yeah. Okay. Well, Donaldson and and Sutherland. That's two completely different names, but I could see they had the same kind of prepositional value, I guess. You know, like the Queen's English. You know, the royal we, the editorial. Yeah. All right. So, question was, who is Jimmy Donaldson? What is his name? He's famous. You can't not see his shit all over the place, especially if you're on YouTube a lot. What name does he go by? The answer is Mr. Beast. That's Mr. Beast's real name, Jimmy Donaldson. He's from North Carolina. So sorry that you missed on that one there, Martin, but I appreciate you playing, and now you learned something. Not that this is going to give you any probative value going forward, but it's something at least. So thank you for playing. I'm going to take now, if you guys in the, yeah, you too, man. Thank you for subscribing, though. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, sir. All right, so that was Martin. And he actually said where he was from, and I forgot. So, sorry. Anyway. Yeah, I'm a little low on my meds. I'll take one now. This portion of the show is brought to you by Poland Spring. Less filling. Tastes like ass. Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? All right, so Martin gave his best shot. But I'm sorry, Martin. We're going to have to put this up on the screen for you here. So basically, it's kind of a spoof, like a parody. You know, he got the answer wrong. It was Mr. Beast. That was the question. But I'm sorry, no, that's not it. All right. So we're going to do another trivia. It looks like the trivia is more active on FM band than it is in the chat rooms right now. So that's all right. Some people are sleeping and drinking or both. So let's spin the wheel. Here we go. You gotta be kidding me. It landed on pop culture again. Let's do this again. All right. It landed on Stump Me. Let's do it again. Jesus Christ. There's 12 spots on the wheel, and it keeps landing on the same two. Was this thing weighed like dice? Again on Stump Me. What the fuck? Because it's difficult to do that when you're trying to do two things at once here. Well, it didn't even land on trivia. It landed on RUFKM, which is, are you fucking kidding me? And I'll do this really quick. So the thing about self-checkout now, I don't know about whatever state that you're in, but we're getting more and more of that. It's not just the AI thing, the artificial intelligence thing. It's the robotic, lazy bullshit, corporate greed bullshit that it's making people like have to like at like convenience stores, not in food stores, not yet anyway. But anyway, that I said I would address this later. So someone put, because it was taken out of context. So if you see the short that I made, I have like a royal blue sweatshirt on, then it's easier to find that way. And it said something where someone said, well, you could check your own stuff out, sir. And I said, I don't want to do that. And they said, why? I said, for the same friggin' reason that I don't stock the shelves, because I don't work here, bitch. Now, somebody, everyone was laughing and everything, but it was taken out of context. And of course, there's always a couple of knuckleheads who are like, oh, well, you called her a bitch. You're a real tough guy. Well, obviously, that person is a mental midget and a moron because they didn't know the background story. No, I would never call a female a lady anyway, whether it was deserved, substantiated, or not. I would never say that. It was actually a guy I said it to. And the reason I said that is because he's a large guy. His fucking nose is running. He looked like a jerk off. And he's standing there. And he gave an elderly lady that was standing in line in front of me a hard time because she couldn't see what she was doing. And she didn't understand why she needed something behind the counter. And, and that nobody would help her and everything. And I don't freaking work that. I would have grabbed the shit myself, I would have went back at the counter and got her cigarettes or whatever it was that she wanted. The guy got really nasty. Instead of trying to be nice and patient with an elderly woman, that's someone's mom or grandmother or aunt or something like that. You don't talk like that to people that are older. Oh, who the hell does this asshole? And I'm a large guy, and this guy was bigger than me. I don't give a fuck how big you are. I was pissed that he acted that way. So when it got time to me and I said, no, I'm not doing this. They said, why? I said, because I don't work here, bitch. I was talking to him. It was a guy, not a girl. And that's not what makes me a tough guy. What makes me a tough guy is the fact that I know the difference between good and evil. And that was evil. And I made it good. And that's it. So it was taken out of context. And now you know. So however that I had to bleep him out or whatever. I don't know if it was a guy or girl. But if that person had watched 5 seconds of some of the stuff about who I am and what I do, they would know that is not a possibility. I respect my elders, and showing respect for one's elders shows character. And I have that. So don't always jump and make assumptions about people and jump to conclusions because you make an ass out of you and me. Assume. Remember, they used to write that on the chalkboard. Anyway, that was taken out of context, so I wanted to kind of right the ship as far as that's concerned. But here's the RUFKM that the wheel landed on. You ready? Here in Jersey, we can't have, and it's starting to become more prevalent and more and more and more, that you cannot have, they don't give out plastic bags. You have to buy like these regular hemp bags, or whatever the fuck they are, at food stores. Like here, we have like ShopRite and Stop and Shop, and whatever you might have. I know West Coast has Ralph's and Albertsons and stuff, but it's same premise. I don't know if they're doing it out there, but I can tell you what they're doing over here in the New York, New Jersey area, and it sucks. So this has been going on for at least a year. It was going to happen earlier, and then COVID hit, and then they backed off of it a little bit because they couldn't touch your bags. Remember, they put up the plexiglass and all this other shit. Okay, great. So here's the, irony can be a little bit ironic. Here's my point. You got to be kidding me. You know who makes out like a bandit with this? So you can't have your own plastic bags, right? And a lot of people, and don't lie because you all do this, you use those plastic bags that you get at the supermarket and use them, you keep them and use them for like a garbage bag for like your, for your little like waste baskets in the house or in the bathroom or whatever it is. Goddamn well that you do that stuff. I did it too. And you can't do that. So you know who makes out like a bandit now that you can't have plastic bags? You ready for the irony? Here we go with the "Are you fucking kidding me?" The people like Hefty and people like that make plastic bags, because now you can't get them for free. So you want trash bags, you got to buy them now. Ironic, huh? So you can't use plastic bags anymore for stuff, even not just for bringing food. You got to juggle this shit like freaking Siegfried and Roy. You got to sit there and put all this shit all over. But thank God this is better for the environment. Isn't that what the prisoners are for? Aren't they supposed to be picking this shit up on the side of the road? What happened there? They only make license plates now? Anyway, that's who makes out. The people that make plastic bags make out because you can't get plastic bags anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? So that's kind of ironic. Anyway, I mean, and you know it's true. We've all done it. You know, you don't go out and buy the little plastic, but you put the friggin' thing in your car, and you know damn well that you do. Anyway, I kind of thought that was funny because it's true, but unfortunately, that's, and the funny thing is, you can't have plastic bags or whatever. Meanwhile, it's next to 50,000 plastic straws and the plastic containers and all that other shit, and the lids that go on the soda, and like for like fountain beverages and everything. Those are plastic, and the thing is plastic, and all this other stuff. And let me tell you something. I shouldn't even say that, because some of the straws that you're getting now are like those, they're like cardboard or something. You can't even. They're useless when they get wet, and they're a straw. What the fuck? Of course they're going to get wet. What the hell are you people doing? So you can't have plastic bags. You got to juggle all your shit on the counter, but we'll give you a plastic cap and a plastic straw and a plastic cup and a plastic fork and a plastic knife. What the fuck? What is this, prison where you can't have that shit? I don't know, man. We're not digging tunnels. We're not trying to dig out like in Shawshank, okay? We just want to have our soup or have our food or have our beverage or whatever the case. And we want to be able to get the stuff that we purchased that's expensive as hell now. Everything is. That's on the counter. All we want to do is be able to take the shit home, and we can't even do that. Oh, if you could buy a bag. Wait a minute. I got to buy a bag? So you're using state law to line your own pockets. Isn't that price gouging in a way? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me spin the wheel, because I can't fucking believe that shit. I can't. I can, but I can't. I don't want to, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Again, with the stump me. I should say. All right. Another free sub. So we have like 8 out of the 12 are for trivia, and they just refuse to land on it. All right. There we go. That's much better. Oh, thank God. Oh, I moved back. So it's a $5. Well, it was on 10 and now it just went back. So it's a $5. Should be a little bit straight. It's a $5 sports trivia. It was on $10 movie trivia, but then I moved back. So it's $5 sports trivia. I have a call that's been waiting. We actually have 3. So if you guys want to partake and you're in the actual rooms, which is Twitch, it is Kick, and it's also YouTube. And I have people coming in. So exclamation point trivia if you want to partake in it. If not, I'm going to take the call right now, and I have to relay the people that, once again, I'll repeat myself, the people that are coming in on satellite radio can hear the call. You guys that are in the rooms cannot. And I'm sorry, it's not patched through that way. It doesn't work that way. We're lucky we get the shit to work at all. So, all right. We got audio and video working at the same time. So I have to take a break at 11 o'clock. It is 10:57 in the PM right here in the great state of New Jersey on the East Coast. So let's do this quickly. All right. So I'm going to take this call. It's a $5 sports trivia, his choice of sport or her choice of sport. Let's take the call. Hi, you're on the air. This is the Meme Machine. You've reached us, and you are live. Who am I speaking with? Hey, Benny, how are you? I'm good, man. I'm good. It's Benny, like Benny, like Benny Hill. I love Benny Hill, man. Benny. Okay. So I got it right. All right, Benny. Well, you are live. You're coming through. Are you on YouTube? Or are you on XM radio? On YouTube Music. Okay. So you're listening to the live podcast. Okay. I got you. So you can't see me. You can hear me. Okay. So I'm going to just so that you understand what's going on, I'm going to reiterate and repeat, kind of, not verbatim, but whatever I can for the people that are viewing, because I don't have a sound engineer here tonight. So I have to do this myself. I'm a one-man gang anyway, though. So that's fine. It landed on. Oh, you can see me. Okay, good. Well, then you know that it landed on sports trivia. What sport do you want? And then I'll ask. Pardon me. Football. All right, cool. Football it is. You have a certain proclivity there, playoffs, Super Bowl, regular season, old school, 70s, 80s, 90s. Oh, yeah, you're pretty good, huh? No, I'm glad you said that out loud. So you're good, but you're not good enough to beat me. So rather than ask me, you rather me ask you. Okay. Hey, look, honesty is the best policy. Oh, yeah. Okay. You want me to mix it? What do you mean? Mix what? The question? What do you mean? Between like different sports? How the hell am I going to do that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, what behind me? That's Super Bowl 13. Yeah, it's Dallas and Pittsburgh. My favorite one. I was a little kid when this came out. I do remember watching it though. I was little. All right. Who's your favorite team? Well, first of all, where are you calling from? I'm sorry, where? West Babylon. Oh, you're in Long Island. Oh, okay. You're in New York. All right. I thought you said, yeah, you said West Babylon. Yeah, that's I don't know if that's Dutchess County. I don't know. I'm not sure if Nassau or that. Well, okay. Well, you're definitely in Long Island. All right. So that's fine. So you are there's no Giant fans on Long Island. So you have to, that's what I thought. You're a Jets fan. Okay. Gotcha. No, that's cool. You guys got Aaron Rodgers and you got a lot of other, I mean, the Steelers made a lot of moves, but the Jets did too. And so did Miami. Holy shit. All sorts of stuff. This is going to be a crazy year. Who has time to play Madden? You have the real thing coming soon, man. And let me tell you something. This is going to be a good season. I am so looking forward to it. I really am. Yeah, I can't. I did a spot on that where how come the Super Bowl is not the best of 7? I know people be going out on stretchers and that kind of thing, but just have like regular season, then the playoffs, and the Super Bowl, then like best of 7, and then you use all your guys, and then you take a month off, and then just the playoffs again, and then another Super Bowl, and we'll have like 2 a year. Because I miss it. It seems like it was forever. When was it? The second week of February, whatever it was, first, second week, and it seems like it was so long ago. It was 4 months ago. Yeah. Kansas City won. That was a boring Super Bowl. They said it was exciting. I didn't find it to be quite that. Yeah. All right. So, okay. I'll make this easy for you. You ready? I'm only going to give you 5 seconds, though, because if you're a Jet now with the delay, it doesn't matter. There's a delay on there, but not on the radio one, just on the for the loop through on video. So you get 5 seconds. Being a Jets fan and you're from Long Island, you should be able to get this quickly. You ready? It's a Jets question. I'll make this easy for you. It'll be Venmo or Cash App, whichever one that you want. Or you could roll it over. It's up to you. Here's your question, Benny. Benny from West Babylon. All right. So I got to come on. I'm not looking it up or anything. I'm just doing this in my head. So 1982, because you're obviously a little bit older like I am, 1982 AFC Championship was the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The Jets lost 14-0. It was like a mud bowl. A.J. Dewey had a big touchdown. He had like a pick six, whatever it was. I remember seeing it. I was a young kid or whatever. Who was the Jets starting quarterback? 5 seconds. Who was the Jets starting quarterback in that game? You only get 5 seconds. That is not correct. No, come on. I thought you were a Jets fan. No, time's up now. You can't guess again. So just so that you guys that you don't know, you couldn't hear what he said. He said, I asked him who was and he said Ken O'Brien. That is incorrect. It's not true. Ken O'Brien was in that famous 1983 that famous draft. So he couldn't have played the 82 AFC Championship. Sorry, dude, you got it wrong. The answer is Richard Todd. Sorry, B&B over there. Anyway, yeah. So, yep, the answer is Richard Todd. That was the Jets quarterback. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have to look it up. I'm positive. You could look it up, though. But I'm telling you right now, at least you learned something. But yeah, being a Jets fan, you should be ashamed of yourself. What are you doing, man? Actually, being a Steeler fan, diehard Steeler fan, I bleed black and gold. Trust me. But my favorite quarterback of all time is not Bradshaw. It's actually Joe Namath. If that guy had good knees, you know how great he could. I mean, he was already great, and he's a Hall of Famer, and he's an ambassador to our game. I mean, he's still around, and I thank God for that. But he had something like 8 surgeries on his knees. The poor guy. Yeah, I mean, and he was so accurate. He would throw that bum and everything. He was just great at. He didn't have a huge passing game. Some he did. He managed the game well. The offense, the running backs, the line, the play calling, all that stuff that makes it, the behind the scenes stuff that is split second. Joe Namath was the man. He really is. And I love that guy. I love Joe Namath, my favorite quarterback of all time, I must say. Sorry, Terry Bradshaw. I love him too, but, and I like Roethlisberger, obviously. He's won us some Super Bowls and that kind of thing. And I always liked Phil Simms, because I went to a lot of Giant games being here in Jersey or whatever, but I actually liked Ken O'Brien back in the day. He was all right, but my favorite quarterback, I liked Dan Fouts a lot. Dan Fouts was a great quarter, from the old San Diego Chargers, Air Coryell days, I miss those guys. I miss the old school stuff. Anyway, I appreciate you playing, Benny. I'm sorry that you didn't win, but better luck next time, man. You'll be all right. I do have to take a break. I promised I would take one a little bit. And the bubble is like beep, 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 beep. You guys can't see it, but it's like a bubble and it gets bigger and bigger and it starts flashing more and more. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, I get it. We're going to take a break. All right. So when we get back, we could do another trivia if you'd like. We'll spin the wheel again. We are going to do, before we're done tonight, I didn't forget about them in case they're watching, listening, or both. The company that we went over last week, and I'm getting 633 views per hour on this one particular 3 or 4 minute short that I made about these assholes. And we're going to do that in a little while before we're done. Then you should stay away from them because they are doing nothing but taking your information and bullshit stuff and just underhanded stuff. And I have the emails to prove it. And we'll do that a little bit later on. But when I get back, we'll do that. We already did the emails from females. That was a great thing. I liked it a lot. So we'll be back in a few. I'm going to put Mean Joe up there. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening and watching to the Meme Machine, baby. Want to follow us on Twitter? It's Meme Machine 973 at Meme Machine 973. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, you name it, and TikTok too. Yep, it's all the same handle on all of it. So you want to drop us a line? Meme Machine 973 at Outlook.com. If you're interested in becoming one of our audio video editors for our long and short form content, if you are interested in being a guest, direct message us, DM us on Facebook. On Twitter, and you don't send it through Instagram or like instant messages through Facebook or Instagram, because I really don't go through those that often. Somebody else does and just kind of siphons through them because I don't have the time. But if you want to deal directly with me, which is what you should do, make sure that you drop us a line through the email or through a direct message on Twitter. We'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Meme Machine radio show, talk radio show. Having some fun tonight, feeling good, feeling strong, feeling steady. I'm glad that you people are here. You're a bunch of twisted fuckers, but I love you. And every subscriber, every follower, everybody that's been throwing likes on there and the emails that we get, I thank you so much. We are growing in leaps and bounds, and I can't do that alone. I can only do that with your support. And thank you so much for that. I really, really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. The Meme Machine is running wild, baby. We'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. Do 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 do. Take it back. All right, we're going to change this around for you. All right, mirrored that out a little bit, and we'll take this off the screen. There you go. New angle. I took the glasses off because why not? All right, so real quick, while I was outside, I stepped outside to get a little bit of air, and I had my phone with me, and so some of the emails and everything I was checking on, and we got like I don't know, there's something like 12 or 13 since we started the show. Female and male, I mean both. And the guy's screen name is Larry is Living Large. Larry's Living Large, something like that. And he said, I'm digging the show, but you're nuts. No, Larry. They're planters nuts. I would never show my nuts on this. It's planters. You know, it's the same sound. Like when you shake your meds, it's the same kind of thing. So they're not. I'm not nuts. Planters nuts, but they're pretty good. Salt. I'm a salt freak. Like I said earlier, whoever designed or came up with pretzel bread, I hate you, but I love you. What a great idea. Pretzels are awesome. And then they made pretzel bread. And you ever have it warm? We can't go through this. I just lost 52 pounds. Not since I was outside, but I'm talking about over the last few months. Doing clean keto and intermittent fasting. I did it for health reasons. Got my A1C down from like a 7 something to like a 5.4. And it's dropping. It's dropping like mercury, man. If you know what you're doing, you know, it looks like a crackhead or something like that. You got to do it. You know, a lot of people don't know. I know we talk about sports and movies and music and pop culture, but I got to tell you really quick. On a health standpoint, you do not lose weight to get healthy. You get healthy to lose weight. That's the way it works from the inside out, not the outside in. And if you believe Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and all this other crap, well, you could have shakes and you could have a keto bar and you can have you could have pizza and chocolate cake. Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you really think that works? You could lose 20 pounds in the first few months. Yeah, you're losing water, not fat, and it's not sustainable, and you're going to gain it right back, and that's what they're counting on. And everyone has a different body type and a different genetics and different this and that, right? So you can't have one item, one cookie cutter item in a can that's going to work for everybody. Are you kidding me? It does not work that way. It doesn't. If you understand science, we've come a long way, but the human body has not. It is still the same as it always been. All right? Trust me on this. I'm living proof. That's why my clothes are like falling off of me. You know, I don't do it so I'm going to look good on the beach, although for you ladies out there, I will. Just look for the guy with the... anyway, I don't want to get too far off track. All aboard. Anyway, so that's pretty much that. So I got to tell you, now this is pretty exciting. It might not mean a lot to a lot of people, but the fact that when I left, we had almost 1,400 people coming in on satellite radio, and right now I just boosted to almost 1,900. I'm not great with math, but that's like 500 more people or something. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And we only have like another half hour or less of the show, but it is quality, not quantity. In other words, you got to do your thing, man. And that's what we're doing. So we did some trivia. I don't have any more phone calls coming in on that right now, so we don't have to keep spinning the wheel. But I am going to share my screen with you in a second. And yep, it's that time. We're going to, yeah, we're going to tell you about these idiots. Oh yeah. And I'm putting them right, and I'm going to put them right front and center. What a bunch of bullshit. All right. So here we go. Now, let me give you a little bit of background story on these people before I show it up on my screen. So these people, I filled out a thing because I was not desperate, but I wanted to get, I was taking a chance. I didn't do a ton of due diligence. I did a little bit of homework on it, and I found these people online, and it's like people that go on there, like they're like freelancers, and they go and they're part of a site, and the site takes a piece of everything or whatever, and you get quotes and everything for different content that you're trying to like. I need a video editor, so you have video editors on there. You have people that put together like graphics and all different types of things. Now there's tons and tons of sites like that, but then people make these outrageous claims like we're the world's largest marketplace. No, you're not. Any job you could possibly think of, I'm reading right from the site, save up to 90%. 90% from what? So when they jack it up 200%, they give you 90% off. It's 110. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Get quotes for free. That's true, but I got to tell you, and I'll get to that in a second, and you only pay when you're 100% happy. Well, I'm as unhappy as a fucking person can get with them. Thank God I didn't put any money. Now, this is not a slight. Let me just be clear. This is not a slight on the people that are on the site that are trying to get work or whatever, and they work for themselves or whatever, and they're on this and probably several other venues. I don't know if they have to sign something that says that they're exclusive to just one or the other. I don't know. Doesn't really matter to me, but this is not against them. This is certainly not their fault, but they probably should have an eye opener on this one, how these friggin' people do business. Now, I'm going to bring up the email. I tried. This was, I guess, the second to last week of May, I think it might have been. Oh my God, wow, we got even more emails, and holy smokes. So let me try to find the first one. So so here's one of them. And it's not linked together, these different, here's the thing. Here's what happened. So I went to, this site, and I verified my email. I verified my mailing address. I verified my telephone number, and I attached our company logo, which was designed for me from like 2004, I think it was October, and we have a lot of that stuff grandfathered in because remember this was like 8 months or 7 months prior when Mean Machine Media came out. Was prior to YouTube. YouTube didn't come out until like May or June of 2005. Anyway. That being said, that's neither here nor there. I have stuff that's grandfathered in. I have other things with Creative Commons licensing, Fair Use Act, all that kind of stuff, and my regular YouTube license and the other stuff. I have my FCC licenses and renewals. So all good things are on the horizon here. I filled out a form and to get quotes on. I said, well, and I was very honest. I said, look, I need to take long form content, make it into short content, that kind of thing, to make reels. And I don't, people that could do stuff for Twitch and Kick and definitely YouTube and that kind of thing. Okay, great, fine. And I filled out the very simple form, and you fill it out, whatever. They don't have any other personal information. And so you can start getting quotes. I took a chance and I did it. I sent it through. Now, there's different levels. The first lady that came on there, no offense, you know what I mean? But we're not making money to the point. I mean, we're hemorrhaging money. We're in the red right here. So I don't have a ton of it, but this is something important because it will help us grow. And I don't have a clue on how to do this stuff. I'm doing the best I can with the editing, but that's just not my thing. I want to concentrate on what I do best and leave the rest up to professionals, which is a good rule of thumb in any venue, in anything that you do, in my opinion. So I fill it out, and almost instantly I get a quote. It was something like $120 an hour. So I'm like, what the fuck? She better be disrobing for that amount of money. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, come on. But anyway, I mean, I'm already doing the work. Another one, let me tell you something real quick before I get completely off track. Another one was a site that, and I'm not going to say who it was. It was on YouTube because they're rather large, but they were trying to give people of course, everything is free until you go there, and you could do barely anything. And then you could upgrade, and they'll tell you, like Streamlabs stuff, like they give you like 4 things. Oh, you want all 400? You got to upgrade, blah, 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 blah. It's usually just a hook. And I get that. That's fine. They got to make money too. Nobody works for free. I don't have an issue with that. I really don't. Here's my issue. Okay. I brought the bid down from that, and I did they have like these different levels of $5 to $10 an hour, $20 to $40 an hour. It's all hourly. It's not a flat fee. That's the only way they could do it. And then they take a piece of it, so on and so forth. Okay, fine. Testing the word. So I dropped my bid down to not the lowest, but like the second lowest, just to see 2 things. One, that I can more or less afford it. And number 2, to see if it's going to generate any freelancers that maybe don't charge as much because they're a little bit newer and they're kind of starting out and maybe. And I'm okay with that. I don't need like somebody who's been doing it for 50 years. I just need somebody that's willing to grow with us. Not one and done, not a hired gun, so to speak, but someone that can help. I get an email. First of all of a sudden this site, as soon as I changed it, boom. All of a sudden I'm like, what the hell's going on? I got one thing and then nothing else will go through. I get an email, the balls on these people, that says that I violated their terms of service and their code of conduct. And they shut the account down. Then they send me an email saying that not only is it shut down, but it's shut down permanently. And then all these other like little disclaimers, all this stuff. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but it was bullshit. They took my information and they sold it. That's what they do. A lot of people do that. Like they'll say, oh, well, let me give you some background on this now real quick. When someone says that they're not going to sell your information and everything, they won't legally. They have packages and different agreements that they have with other bigger companies that kind of gobble them up. You know what I mean? Like Pac-Man. And they'll be like, okay, part of the packages will give you this, that, and you are now a lead source. You understand? You're a lead source now. They can use that information however and whatever they want because you signed the disclaimer electronically and you click the little box because you can't proceed. It's shaded out, right? You have no choice. Nobody reads that shit, but you know what I mean. So fine. And what they do is they'll give your information as part of a package of other things that they're paying for and give it to another company. That company sells it. They never said they weren't going to do that. They just said that they're not going to sell your information. That's why. And I gave this example before. If you're checking for, let's say you go online and you're looking for catnip for your sister's frigging cat, all right? Or whatever. Did you ever notice whether you make the purchase or not, within a 24 hours or most times less than that, you ever notice that your free Yahoo email or your free Gmail or whatever the hell that you have, whatever email it is, it's not free. You're selling yourself, by the way. You are now a lead source for these companies. How do you think they know? It's for marketing and for this and that and getting people to, click and this and that. I get all that. That's the world that we've been in for a long time, since 9/11, actually, in that same zone. Because I remember when Google came out in 1998, and everyone's like, what the fuck is that? They thought it was a soup. Anyway, so what'll happen is, and I get scatterbrained, so forgive me, you know what I mean? I forget some things, but your bottom line is you can't tell me that I violated the terms of service. So I'm like, what are you talking about? What exactly, how did this happen? What did I do? Like, how could this be prevented? What, talk to me, tell me. I would never do something like that. I'm looking legitimately for something. And so I asked. This is the email I got back. Hi, Mr. Mean Machine 973. Good day. We regret to, I got to put it's just, here. It's so small. I got to put they're just reading glasses. I'm not old. Not yet, anyway. We regret to inform you that we have closed your account. I'm reading this email directly. We have closed your account for violating the site's terms and conditions. As such, we're afraid that we're unable to reopen it. We're also not privy. Check out the verbiage in this. We're not privy to discuss the details of the violation due to security reasons. What is this, the friggin' CIA all of a sudden? What security reasons? Bullshit. Okay. Anyway, just so I don't get off track, that thing with the cat number, what have you ever noticed that all of a sudden you start getting ads for cats and this and pet and chewy this and blah, blah, blah? How the hell do they know that if they're not selling your information? It's bullshit. Think about what I'm saying. I'm right. Should you have any other concerns, though, please let us know. Regards, Maria B. Freelancer.com support team. Now, I'm not giving anyone free anything, and they say, well, there's no such thing as bad publicity. But let me tell you something. Enough with these fuckers, because let's share this screen. Oh, I told them I was going to be doing this. So I responded back. Let's share the screen now. All right, so here they are. This is the site. All right, it's freelancer.com. Do not deal with these people. I'm telling you, they're full of crap. I did nothing. Now, this isn't just about me. I'm sure they do this crap to other people, but they got my information. As soon as I lowered the bid, magically, and now they can't even tell you. That's a big deal. That's a hell of an accusation, right? You violated your code of conduct, terms of service, and for security reasons, we can't tell you why. So you're accusing me of something in this country. I don't know about wherever you are, but in this country, you're allowed to face your accuser. No, they didn't even do it for security. My ass. It's bullshit. So let's go to sent emails real quick. Bear with me. You're going to like this. Trust me. Here is my response email. This is dated May 29th, 5:15 p.m. Okay, Eastern time. Right back to, I responded, I replied to all with Maria B. Boy, did she rue the day that she had to take on. First of all, don't take on someone that's called the meme machine, because there's a reason, and I back it up all the time. All right. Here's my response to them when they give me that bullshit answer, generic bullshit answer. Okay. I said, "Good afternoon, Maria. I took a chance and tried a new company to get some help for our rapidly growing show. I filled out the form and attached our logo. I confirmed my phone number and email address along with our mailing address. The response I received back from your company was generic and bland." And I was pissed off this day too. "I have not, nor would I ever do anything to violate any code of conduct or terms of service for anyone on any site. I simply filled out a form. That's it. Freelancer can't even tell me what this wild accusation is all about, but that is okay." Because I figured at this point there was, once you cross that, there's a certain line, there's no going back. And that's fine. So I said, I've spoken to our producer, which this is true. Everything I'm telling you is true. And they have agreed to give me a minimum of 10 minutes per show for the next 30 days, approximately 6 shows or less, to go on air and tell our audience on how Freelancer conducts business and how they treat people. This is like a Memorial Day, and this is the shit that they're doing. Not that I'm some seasoned veteran or anything, but that's besides the point. You know what I mean? I said, I will share my screen, which I'm doing right now. I'm a man of my word. I will share my screen during the live show so that all watching and listening can take a look at the site and the ridiculous emails that I received from Freelancer as well, so that they know to stay away from it. Between our regular U.S. audience and the radio satellite hookup, the message should get out to at least approximately 152,000 listeners in the USA and Canada, and even more through our live video hookup. Plus, people will be able to watch reruns of our shows, which you can. You can see the original one that I did last week. Reruns of our shows online, on our channel for all time, so they don't miss our message from us to you. You could get away. This is me responding. Remember, this is the rest of the email. I'm reading it right here verbatim. You can get away with screwing over people who don't have the money and resources like I do, but you will realize very soon on how treating people badly and without any basis whatsoever can come back and bite you. I plan on taking a large bite, and don't thank me because it's the least I can do. That's a euphemism for fungal. Okay. So, and I'm brazen, so why not? Please feel free to save this email for reference. And by all means, tune into the show on Saturday night. This was a couple weeks ago or whatever, as we plan on opening with this and the Freelancer website front and center. Once again, no need to say thank you. This one's on us. Have a nice holiday and a pleasant week. That was my response. Okay. That was the best way, that I and like I said, I don't usually lose my shit, but I took that personally. You told me I violated a code of conduct. And by the way, I've gotten emails since then, like subsequent emails after that, saying the same things happened to a lot of these people once they reduced their bid and everything on there. Yeah, more bullshit. And then they wouldn't be told either, except I'm the one that's going to act out on this because I have zero fear. Zero. I don't deal with bullshit like this. All right. So let's get out of there. Let's go into my inbox. Now, wow, 4 more emails since we just started me reading that email. So here is a response. Now, I wasn't waiting for a response. I was. But I wanted to see, Okay, so this is this Maria lady. After I sent the email I did, she put, "Hi there." Not even my name. How lazy. Thanks for reaching back. Thanks for reaching back. What, to punch you? What do you mean reaching back? You mean reaching back out to you? So obviously they can't complete a full sentence. Maybe they should, go back to what's the matter you or whatever. We have forwarded your concern to the relevant team. Kindly wait for their response. Rest assured that you will be notified once an update becomes available. Feel free to reach back to us if you have any questions. Regards, Maria B. again. Freelancer.com support team. I do not have this site up on here right now for you to look at because I think that they're really cool and I want you to go on there. This is my opinion, Mean Machine to you guys. Stay away from just selling your information. By the way, see where it says world's largest freelance marketplace? That's not even close to being true. Okay? It's just not. Go on, do a Google search if you don't believe me. There's all sorts of companies making the same wild ass claims, and who are we to refute it? Like I said last time, I'll say it again. There was an old Mad Magazine thing. It was a pizza thing, and it had 4 pizzerias, and one of them, the first one, there has some people outside of it. It said the best pizza in the city, and the next one had even more people in front of that one, and it said best pizza in the state. And the next one, even more people, and it said the best pizza in the world. And you know what the last one was? The fourth one? It said the best pizza on the block, and that one was jam-packed. Do you see the irony? It's how you view things. Trust me, they're counting on that. Now, do I think that they're up to some nefarious stuff? No, I didn't say that. And once again, let me repeat myself. This is not about people that are trying to get work that might have put themselves on there as a hired gun or because they don't have their own website, or maybe they have both and they're trying to supplement their income. I don't have a problem with those people. I'm sure I wanted to deal with one of those people. I really did. I hope one of them watches or hears this and reaches out to me, meanmachine973 at outlook.com, because we really do need an editor. If these people were on fire, I wouldn't piss on them. That's how pissed off I was. So you said you do all these things, you put it for everyone to see, and then you won't even tell me why, and then I get a bullshit generic response. So that was it. So feel free to reach back. Oh, I'd like to reach back, lady. Trust me. So here we go. Last time I saw a back pedal and a flip-flop like this, I believe it was Muhammad Ali. All right, so here's the email afterwards. All right, check this shit out. I got to find this. So it went to the supervisor, and I did a video on this too. Here we go. Nope, that ain't it. 1 second. Oh, I'll find it. More bullshit here. Your project has been declined. Kiss my ass. Where is it? Unless I saved it. Yeah, we forwarded this. Here we go. I got it. Okay, so here we go. And I'm going to read this. I swear to you, I'm reading this right from my email. I can't put all that because it's got personal information and everything in there too. All right. So after I said, basically kiss my ass, and I was going to, now I don't know if they saw the show or they didn't. So here we go. Right after the first show, this is the email I get. I kid you not. Hi, Mean Machine 973. We understand you're concerned about the closure of your account. I'm not concerned. I don't give a rat's ass about it. You ready for this load of bullshit? Here we go. This is a supervisor now. Upon checking, I can see, now remember, this is 6 days later. Upon checking, I can see that your account was closed during the evaluation. What the fuck does that mean? What evaluation? They didn't mention that. They mentioned terms of service and code of conduct. Now, all of a sudden, that vocabulary, it's gone. I don't know how these people can conduct conversations or whatever the hell they're doing. But anyway, it says so. It was closed during the evaluation, which they never told anyone. No worries. That's how they started a sentence, because obviously, school there only goes up to 5th grade. No worries, because I have reactivated your account. Oh, it's magic. You can now start using our site again. Please note, look at the balls on them. Please note that you will need to re-verify your security phone number. Have a good day. Regards, Celestine D. Maria B, Celestine D. This sounds like a freelance group. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that the name? Freelancer.com management support team, whatever bullshit on here. So let me say that again. Upon checking, I could see that your account was closed during the evaluation. Why? Once again, they didn't say why. Did you notice that I didn't mention terms of service or code of conduct in there? You want to know why? She didn't mention it. You know what? All they had to do was apologize. I didn't even get that. Now, fuck you with no worries. No worries? I don't have any worries, lady. I'm going to roast you and your company as much as humanly possible within the limits of the law, with using my platform for good, not evil. And if I could stop one person from going on there and getting screwed like I did and getting your information sold and all this other stuff, then it was a good day. And I promised them that I would do this all month, and I am a man of my word. You do not screw around with Sicilians from North Jersey. And you certainly don't do that with somebody that has my voice, meaning not that my voice, I'm talking about that I have a venue, that I have an outlet, a platform to reach a lot of people. Why the hell would you do that? Now, even if I couldn't, if I was just a regular old person, which I am, I don't think I'm any better than anyone else. You don't treat people like that. You don't throw accusations, wild ass accusations, close people's account, tell them that you can't even tell them why. Right? But there was no mention of it. Not even we're apologizing. You know why? Because they're probably in a weird way smart, because if you do that, that means kind of in a way that you're wrong, that you did something bad. Right? If you're apologizing, and that's not always the case, but I'm sure that they're not choosing their words that, vehemently. They're not, they're not choosing their words so carefully. No worries. I don't have any worries. I wouldn't use your site if I was dying in the streets and it was free and it came with a $2 hooker. I don't really give a shit. I wouldn't use these people, and you shouldn't either. They have the information. They made the accusations. They've done this to other people, and they make these false, wild, crazy shit. Don't even tell you why. Then magically, when I tell them I'm going to go onto my show, whoops, every company has a whoops, we shouldn't have done that moment. Consider this theirs. They should consider it. I'm not going to look at this shit anymore because I can't. I cannot look at this anymore. But now you have an understanding of what I was talking about. And we're going to do this every chance I get. Congratulations, freelancer.com. You have once again won Asshole of the Week. Bravo. Don't mess around with people, because not all of us take it sitting down. Oh, I'm sitting down, but man of my word, you thought that I was going to, nice backpedal if you, I wouldn't want to violate your terms of service or code of conduct due to security reasons. Please. Security reasons. Tell you what, I'll leave you a tip. You know where it is? It's on the nightstand next to your mother's bed. Check right there for it. I swear to God. Anyway, all right, so I'm done with that. And I'm sorry if that's a little rough and some people can't handle that or whatever. But you know what? I don't like stuff like that. If I did something that deserved it, I would take my medicine and like it. But I didn't do it. I haven't done it. I would not do something like that. And then magically, we've reactivated your account. So I guess there was no security problem. I guess there was no problem with a terms of service or code of conduct. All of a sudden, that dissipated or went away because it never existed. You can't go on there and lower your bid. It's all for them. And then that all of a sudden magically during the evaluation. So you shut people's accounts down during an evaluation? Even if I knew that there was one, why the hell would you shut an account down? Why would you suspend any of those things? They're full of shit. Stay away from them. And if you don't catch the show this time, maybe you're catching that, because I'm going to keep putting clips and reels and views and shorts and everything that I possibly can. Because you cannot screw with everybody. We're not all sheep. Some of us are shepherds. Anyway, instead of taking another break, I'm just going to keep going. But anyway, I kind of like the fact that we had emails from females. That was a funny bit that we had earlier. And the fact that you guys are watching our, let me take this off there. You're watching our other videos and streams after we've done it and giving us, throwing likes, like dropping likes, the thumbs up on our YouTube stuff and just the time watch it, like watching our playlist, whether it's through YouTube music on the podcast or regular videos that we do with the shorts or the reels. whatever it is, please continue on. It is helping us big time. We are growing quickly and we're getting noticed. I've got not one, not two, but I got three different emails on people. Now, we're not even monetized on YouTube yet. We're getting there quickly, though. Of people like for advertising, and then one person I'm going to do the one because it's not through YouTube. I'm going to do the one where someone wants me to do a couple of commercials for them, a couple of shorts, spots, if you will. I'm sorry, spots. I'm going to do that. The other two I'm going to decline because you're going to get the, and by the way, if you're in the same situation that we are, you have been before, then you know what I'm talking about. You're going to get the, not the top, upper echelon of companies or services that want to sponsor you or affiliate. It usually favors them more than you. Hold out if you can. That's what we're doing because I don't do it for the money anyway. But the sooner we have it, then that'll be like a little tip cup or whatever. It's all going to go to charity. It doesn't go to me. Solemn promise to God, because you have to do stuff that's good for the soul. I say that all the time, and I'll keep saying it. Jerry Springer just recently died, but I used to like how he would end the show. It was a crazy show. Remember what he used to say, how he ended each show? He did like a little mini monologue and everything at the beginning and the end. And he would say, take care of yourself and each other. Remember that? I don't know if you knew, or maybe you could look it up or whatever. I kind of like that. And I'm certainly not going to coin any phrase and take credit for something that was not my idea. If that's the case, I'd have to thank George Carlin almost every day, or Casey Kasem, or Howard Stern, or Tony Pegg, or Shadow Stevens, and people like that. Wolfman Jack, those type of people. I can't constantly do that, But there's a lot of those people in me. Rodney Dangerfield. I mean, that guy was so funny. I miss Chris Farley. He was a big fan, as I am or was, of John Belushi, and John Belushi died in March of '82. Farley died in December of '97. Almost the same, and he was a hero of his, and he died almost the same type of way with a drug overdose, and he was the same age and everything. Eerie, right? You know who I miss too? Robin Williams. Now, he's been gone since, 2014? That guy brought so much joy and laughter to so many people except for himself. Who knew? That's like manic depressive. That's just the fact that he killed himself. And he had kids, and I mean, he made me laugh like nobody else. Mrs. Doubtfire, and even back in the Mork and Mindy days, I really miss Robin Williams. That guy was always on. Have you ever seen an interview with him in the past? Where it was, even when he's supposed to be like, just he was always on. Imagine that guy. Now him, Sam Kinison, and John Belushi all doing blow, right? All doing blow in his bungalow or whatever. These are the three people on earth, especially at the time, that did not need cocaine. Trust me. You imagine? I'd love to have been a fly on the wall. Maybe I could have saved John Belushi. Sam Kinison, Robin Williams, and John Belushi doing coke. Can you imagine? Holy shit, man. They didn't need it. They were fucking ubats as it was, and in the immortal words of our ancestors, forget about it. We have to take another break in a few minutes here, but I just wanted to get that out. We do some serious stuff on the show, and sometimes, I'm getting emails about that because we don't have a niche. Our niche is that we don't have one. You know what I mean? Some people are asking questions about, like, how do you deal with bullies? And other people are asking questions about, like, what movies I like, and if I have a girlfriend and, flirting with me and everything. And I'm flattered by all that. I really am. I don't think I'm God's gift or anything like that. I'm just being myself. How did you get a voice like that? I don't know. I grew. I got it at Walmart. This is my voice. I don't have any mic gain or any compression or anything on. There's 3 settings: natural, dark, and light. It's kind of like beer. Anyway, I have mine on natural. This is just my voice amplified. So if I'm right here and I'm farther away, it's the same voice. Trust me, I'm not using any kind of synthesizer or voice changer, nothing like that. This is my voice. These are my pipes. Coincidentally, I'm a disc jockey, so I guess that worked out, right? Anyway, like I said, I don't wish bad on anyone. I really don't. That's not who I am. I stick up for people that can't stick up for themselves or are afraid to, or apprehensive. They don't like conflict. They don't like the violent part of it. And honestly, I just want to help those people because I wish somebody was there for me. Sometimes they were, sometimes they weren't. And it's all part of growing up. But what you do for people, paying it forward, being kind to other people that are less fortunate, helping somebody. They don't have to be handicapped or anything. Just your normal person, just a little bit of kindness or something. It goes such a long way. I didn't understand that then. As I became older, as I became a parent, a father, now I understand. It goes a long way. You cannot measure your worth by the size of your wallet. It is by the content of your character. You know who said that, right? It is about your self-worth and what you can do for yourself, for your family, but not so much yourself, for your family and for others. How you pay it forward. That will mold and shape you for the rest of your life. That's my opinion. I find that to be factual and true. They say love's supposed to make the world go round. Seems to me that it's money that's doing it, but don't lose sight of the fact that it is what you make it. Money's not real, by the way. It comes and goes. I've had it. I've not had it. I've had a lot of it. I've had none of it. I've been, to the point where I almost went under, and that happened several times. And I've had to the point where I had enough where I could give money to charity and to my church and to people less fortunate and to children and stuff like that. Why? Nobody told me I had to. I wanted to. Was it to make me feel good? Yeah. But I was still doing something good for them too. And maybe, just maybe, one day when it's my turn, I'll be looked upon favorably. I can only hope and pray. Anyway, no politics, no religion, and no bullshit here. All right? Sometimes we go the good, sometimes it's the bad, and sometimes it's the ugly. You know what I mean? But I feel a need that I have a platform where I can say stuff that's, not so much trending, but whatever you guys have a beef with something, you want to reach out to me in a little Q&A. Maybe you got screwed over by a company and you want to go public with it, but you're afraid or you're not sure how to approach it or whatever. I'll try to help you. There's no charge for that. This isn't dirty deeds done dirt cheap or whatever. I'm a human being and everybody should be treated with dignity and respect. And when I don't see that happen, one person at a time, defending one person at a time, helping another person at a time. The meme machine, substantiated or not, does not go after people. I do not make fun of people or anything. I protect those people. I give a voice for those that don't have one. And now they're starting to reach out for me. It's been very slow and subtle, but it's building. As our popularity has built, I guess I'm the type of person that, people, male and female, they feel comfortable talking to me or whatever. And if you want to keep your name out of it and that kind of thing, that's fine. You have my solemn promise. I would do that. You want me to say something or make something live or make a point for you or whatever, I sure will. I have to look into it a little bit. I can't just, it's not a free for all. You know what I mean? But I just feel that that's all part of it. Yeah, movies are cool and music is cool and sports are cool and trivia is funny and the comedy that we do. And we're going to do a lot of that. We're going to be on the road this summer and that kind of thing. But sometimes people need a little help. If I can assist, then I'll do it. I don't need to get paid for that. I'm a human being just like you are. Maybe there's people that are more well-known than me and there's people that are less well-known than me. That doesn't matter. Use your powers for good, not evil, and you'll be glad that you did. And I respect those. I mean, if that's the way you think, you're already, in my book, you're already a winner. Don't forget that. It's not the size of your wallet. It's the content of your heart and your character and what you could do for others. That's what's important. That will live on forever. And that's the way I feel about it. Going to take one more break. I like to call it a pause for the cause. Once again, I have the attitude of gratitude. Thank you for our new subscribers, for the people that subscribe on Twitch and Kick, and especially on YouTube, and the followers that we have on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok, and a whole new demographic of people, a lot of younger people on TikTok, and they're following me. I mean, I'm just being me. I've always been me. This is my voice, this is what I do. And if you do whatever you're doing, keep going. Don't listen to other people. Take your fate into your own hands. Don't leave it up to anyone. You'll be glad that you did. I'll be back in a few minutes. Like I said, we're going to take one last break and we're going to wrap things up. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Like I said, sometimes it's a serious show. Sometimes we have fun. But you know what? I say what's on my mind. Life's too short. It really is. You know what I mean? You got to live real quick. Let me tell you real quick about the dash. Do you people know what the dash is? Let the meme machine tell you what the dash is. You have to live in the dash. Can't worry about the beginning. You can't worry about the end. Concentrate on the dash. What is the dash? You ever see a gravestone at a cemetery or wherever? It's got the year that you were born, the year that you died. And what's in between those two things? A dash. Live in the dash. Be back in 5 minutes. You are listening and watching to the Meme Machine Talk Radio Show. It is Saturday night. It's still June 10th for a little while. We went over a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to take a break, and we're going to wrap it up in a few minutes. So I hope that you enjoyed everything I said. Now, if you have questions about that, Meme Machine 973 at outlook.com, or direct message us, DM us on Twitter at Meme Machine 973. It's the same handle on all of our social platforms. Follow us. You really want to help us out. You really want to help out a guy like me and some, the things that we're trying to do here, and to be funny and do comedy and trivia and all the stuff that, all the things that we do. We talk about sports and all that. If that's something that you like, tell somebody. Subscribe. It's free. You don't have to, but I appreciate it if you do. Give us some likes on some of our stuff. Respond. I'll reply to you. I try to get back to everybody in a timely manner. We're growing quickly. I'm going to be me no matter what. So whether you love me or you hate me or whatever it is, or there's some kind of middle ground or whatever, you'll always know that I come straight ahead. I do not bullshit people. You don't need the meme machine blowing sunshine up your ass. Who needs that? You got enough people out there trying to screw you and bullshit you. You got to be careful. And AI is taking over, and robots and everything, I'm waiting for Rosie to pass by from the Jetsons. I mean, that would be pretty cool. My slippers and whatever. I'm just being me, and you should be you. If you want to be yourself, because that's the only thing you can be. If you want to be different, you know how you be different to stand out? By being yourself, because there's only one you. Sounds easy, sounds ridiculous, actually, in a way, right? This isn't an original thought. I don't know if it's mainstream or not, but that's how you are different and you stand out in the crowd, by being yourself. You don't have to go crazy and shock people, although I'm pretty good at that. But a little background on me. So when you see the evil smiley face, you see the meme machine. Holy shit, he's going to go after this guy and that. But that's not what I'm about. You know what I mean? I'm not on a crusade or anything like that. I just feel that if I can right some wrongs, if I could give people probative value and some advice, because I have life advice. I don't have to have been streaming or broadcasting forever. I've been doing that for 30 years. Streaming, not as long. I tell people all the time, I haven't been here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. But if you could get something out of it, something that you could use in life, not just a few laughs, because we could all do that. We check our baggage at the door. We forget about the week's bullshit and everything else, and work and this and that and family, and spend maybe an hour or two with the meme machine and forget about this stuff for a little while. Maybe get some laughs, play some trivia, talk about different things. Tell me what's on your mind. What's wrong with that? It's a safe. No, I shouldn't say that, because people in this climate, they use it, they change, look at it differently. I wouldn't say it's safe, but it's a place where I want you to feel comfortable. No one's going to ridicule you. No one's going to bully you. No, I don't deal with keyboard tough guys, none of that kind of stuff. I'll boot their ass right out of here. All right. And then I go to work on them. So you always have a place where your opinion counts and you will be heard. And if you give people a chance, you have dialogue and you give them a chance to talk, maybe, just maybe, the same people that maybe you think that you're predisposed to not liking or hating, or, that's not your cup of tea, and it doesn't twirl my beanie dealing with this, but maybe if you give them a chance to speak and you have dialogue, you might have more in common with them than you thought. Think about that. Cinco. We'll be back in 5. You're watching and listening to the Meme Machine, live on satellite radio, on YouTube Music under podcasts, and of course on Twitch and Kick tonight, as well as regular old YouTube. YouTube classic. It's a classic like me, baby. And by the way, that girl that said that she wanted to, she was flirting with me or whatever, send me a picture. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. It was very nice, and I do appreciate that. I'm very flattered. So thanks for that. Back in 5, I sometimes I go a little bit of ubats. I can't help it. You know what I mean? Medication wears off, man. Nothing I can do about that. We'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. I hope you're having fun. me bring this mic back over here and let me do that. So we're going to wrap up the show. I wanted to say once again, thank you to all those that viewed tonight, and for all of our new subscribers. We've got tons of emails. Keep them coming. Keep those emails coming. I appreciate it. You know, it's like I said, I wanted to make sure that we cover everything. Now, it's impossible for one person to do that on on a weekly basis. There's so much stuff is going on in your life and mine every week, right? So, I mean, we try to hit on everything whenever we can, how often we can. Check out our videos. We're going to have videos posted every week during the middle of the week, and our live broadcast is. You could find us on YouTube Music for podcasts. You put in Me Machine 973, you'll find us. Don't forget to put the 973 in there. And like I said, I'm honored. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to do what I love doing, and to have people, because you don't get this time ever, back ever again in your life. The time that you spend, doing what you're doing and watching me or listening to me or whatever. So that means a lot to me, and it should mean a lot to you too. Somebody asked me before who my favorite actor was, and I kind of gave it like a generic response. So here you go. He's still alive, and we do this monthly. I'm not going to play the music right now. You know who that is, right? Rocco. Because we got gaps. I got gaps. You got gaps. Together we fill gaps. You know what I mean? Sylvester Stallone is still around. He's still doing his craft. He even has like a talk show now or whatever, a podcast with his daughters. I was watching some of it, but he was like my hero growing up. My favorite actor, Rocky, Rambo, that kind of stuff. Nighthawks, great movie. Anyway, thanks to Sylvester Stallone for still being alive another month and still being around. Been my favorite since I was 6 years old. Thanks, Sly. Hope that answers your question, Jenna. Check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you go over there, throw some likes, watch some of our older videos. You're going to see some of our, I'm going to be making reels, which is basically doing the best I can. I'm not much of a video editor, so I'll try. So I do need a video editor. MeMachine973 at Outlook.com. I keep mentioning because I really need somebody, especially somebody that understands Twitch, Kick, and of course YouTube videos and how to edit and all that kind of stuff. So that being said, a heartfelt thank you for all new subscribers. I'll say it again, and I'll say it over and over again. We're getting tons of them coming in, and people subscribing, and people following us and on our different, social media platforms and everything. Follow us on Twitter if you can, because that gives you the updates on everything and what trivia we're doing on what day to the next, and what topics we might or might not cover that one particular week. Check out our videos during the week, and our live broadcast will be next Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And we're going to have special guests. We have a lot of stuff on the horizon. As we get larger, the show will get even better. Right now, we're just we're taking baby steps, but we've come a long way, baby. And we couldn't have done that without you guys. Thank you very much. Good night from New Jersey. Have a great Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend. And have a great week. And remember, try to be nice. But if you can't, get mean, baby. Take care. Say a prayer. Comb your hair. We'll see you there. Have a good Saturday, folks. Thank you very much. See you then.